free sports bet. Which begs the question, is this the most rewarding casino and sportsbook betting app ever? You bet. BetParx. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. Pennsylvania and New Jersey only.
For over 35 years, Health Partners Plans has been proudly caring for people in the community. Our nationally recognized Medicaid plan offers a growing network of doctors and hospitals so you can get care close to home. Health Partners can help you get the care you need, including doctor and hospital visits, prescriptions, immunizations, eye and dental care, and more. To learn more, please call 1-800-553-0784 or visit hpplans.com. Health Partners, trusted care where and when you need it.
When it's getting heated, Philly, Dunkin' is keeping it calm, cool, and cold brew. With an ice-cold cold brew. And not just any cold brew, but one topped with brown sugar cold foam coolness. With Dunkin's new brown sugar cream cold brew. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer. Terms apply.
We buy any car. We buy any car. We buy any car. Any.
Did you know trading in your car at a dealer could cost you money? A recent study found consumers who trade in their car pay an average of $990 more. So don't trade in. Sell it to We Buy Any Car. Learn more and get your free online valuation now at WeBuyAnyCar.com.
Find out how much your car's worth at We Buy Any Car.
Meet Allison, teammate at Truist Bank.
Hi.
She was born to care, and she always had your back.
You could say that.
Like that time back in the mid-'80s when she spotted Stacy Kaminsky with her new perm, and a car was coming, about to hit a puddle. So Allison jumps in front of the splash, just in time to protect Stacy's fresh curls.
Look, I had to do it. A wet perm just doesn't work.
Today, Allison's a teammate at Truist, the bank that starts with care. When you start with care, you get a different kind of bank. Learn more at truist.com/care. Truist Bank, member FDIC.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station, home of the most entertaining sports talk in Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. It's time now for Cuz Radio.
What up, Cuz?
Deshaun Jackson gets a block. Are you kidding?
Talking with the Cuz.
Yo, Cuz, how you doing?
Stairs rips one into the night.
Stolen by the doctor. Yes, he's got it. Here he comes. Way rock the baby to sleep and slam dunk.
Look, Cuz, don't even try it, okay?
Now here's Anthony Gargano.
Why don't you get the hell out of here, Cuz?
And a good Friday morning, Philadelphia. I'm Andrew Salchunas in for Anthony Gargano, as I have been all week and last Thursday and Friday, and I'll be in for him all next week. Anthony returns on August the 1st. Tom Alvord sitting in my seat for the time being, and it's been a fun week, and it's been a wild week because it's been fun without any sports whatsoever. And we finally have sports tonight, Tom. You know I need to hear it. You know I need to hear it. I need to hear the Chunas Train music, man, because it is Friday, July 22nd, the unofficial start of the second half of the Phillies season. 92 games in, Tom, 49-43 the Phillies are this season. They were 22-28 when they had to fire Joe Girardi. And ever since then, the vibes completely changed in that locker room, in that clubhouse, and on the field. I'll be honest, still have no idea how they're doing it because they have a second baseman hitting below 200. They have a carousel in center field, and of the carousel, nobody's actually good. They have a pitching staff that's injured. They have a bullpen that has a couple of good arms, but then it's very questionable after that. They've had to do bullpen outings. And they've won games, and they entered the All-Star break with a sweep against the Marlins, a team that they have struggled against for years. But they sweep the Marlins, and they took game one against one of the best pitchers in baseball in Sandy Alcantara. And now we start the unofficial second half of the season tonight against the Chicago Cubs. The Phillies hosting the Cubs for a 3-game series. And there's nothing that tells me they shouldn't continue to win. The Cubs stink. So the Phillies should win another series, just like they entered this All-Star break with a series win. They should come out of the All-Star break with a series win. They should be able to take 2 of 3 against the Cubs, and I'm excited. I'm so excited for the start of this second half because I still think that the trend is finally over, that the drought is finally over, that they will make the playoffs for the first time in 11 seasons. They have the second longest active playoff drought in all of Major League Baseball, only behind the Seattle Mariners. again, I'll say it again, the second longest active playoff drought in Major League Baseball. That means teams like the Pirates, teams like the Marlins, teams like the Diamondbacks have all made the playoffs since the last time the Phillies made the playoffs. And that's kind of embarrassing when you are in a top 5 major market. I know I talked about it earlier this week when we did the how many championship appearances might we see by the end of the decade. I still say it. Major market means our team should always be in the hunt, or at least contenders, or be close to contenders when rebuilding. They should always be close because we are a major market. Now, we haven't actually seen that success, but we're starting to right now with the Eagles. We obviously know with the Sixers, the Flyers are an absolute mess, even though some people don't think so. And then, of course, there's the Phillies. Second longest active playoff drought in Major League Baseball. And I think that changes this year. I think that comes to an end this year. And the journey, the second half of the journey, begins tonight. 92 games into the season. The Phillies are 6 games above 500, 49-43. I mentioned it just a couple of seconds ago. They were 22-28 when they fired Joe Girardi. So really, the story of how they got here is crazy. It's crazy. The season, before it even starts, we're all kind of waiting. What are they going to do? What are they going to do? If you remember, there was a lockout, and teams weren't signing players. There were a couple of teams that were aggressive pre-lockout and signed a couple of players, but Dave Dombrowski showed that he wanted to wait until the lockout. I think the only players they acquired pre-lockout were Corey Knebel and Johan Camargo, if I'm not mistaken. I think those are the only 2 guys they acquired pre-lockout. Then the lockout happens, and then we're saying, okay, what are they going to do? And we all remember Phillies hitting coach was on MLB Network, and he was talking about how much he loves Kyle Schwarber, and his swing is great, and it's beautiful. And then I remember MLB Network being like, oh, so are the Phillies going to get him? And he kind of like shushed the camera, and I was like, all right, so Kyle Schwarber is definitely in play for the Phillies. And I said even before he signed here, okay, yeah, that's great, but what else? Because Kyle Schwarber's not going to be enough for this team to really get pushed to that next level, and that next level being a team that doesn't collapse in September, a team that actually makes the final push to get into the playoffs. So they signed Kyle Schwarber, a nice deal, 4 years, right around $80 million. I go, okay, I like that. Now what's next? What else are they going to do? And then there's the Castellanos news. And we know that the Phillies are in on Nick Castellanos. Dave Dombrowski has a history with Castellanos. And the deal happens. And when that deal happened, I still remember I was in the hospital waiting for Cooper to be born. And I'm hanging out in the room, and I have the games playing in my head. What's the lineup? What's my ideal lineup for the Phillies? Where should JT bat? Where should Castellanos bat? What if it's against a left-handed pitcher? What if it's against a right-handed pitcher? And we're doing all these lineups, right? We're all talking about it. We're all fired up about the team. And then the season started. And they take 2 of 3 against the A's to start the year. And I remember I was pissed off at Joe Girardi game 3 of the season. Third damn game of the season, he sat everybody. And I get it. The A's have a payroll, full team payroll, that is less than some players in the league. I understand that. But you don't we're going to try to pull one out without our players. It's game 3 this season. Nobody's tired yet. It's game 3. You're not good enough. And we knew that right away they weren't going to be good enough that they were going to run away with some division, right? I said they were a wild card team, that they would fight for the division, but I thought they'd be a wild card team. And in game 3, you lost already. And it drove me crazy, right? And then it just got worse after that. Castellanos, absolute mess. JT Realmuto, absolute mess. Joe Girardi gets fired. They're 22-28, losing games that they're not supposed to lose and finding ways to lose. I still remember that San Francisco Giants series, his final series as the manager of the Phillies. They were just finding every way possible to lose. And they somehow win the third game when Aaron Nola blows a 5-0 lead. They go down 6 or 7-5, and then the Phillies had to come back and win it. And then he gets fired the next day. And you're going, all right, wait a minute. This team that is finally in the luxury tax, which we have been asking for a long time, finally put money into the bullpen, even though nobody was on board with the George Familia signing. Nobody in the damn city. This is not revisionist history. Nobody was pro George Familia signing. I was thrilled with the Corey Knebel signing. I'll be honest, I was. So I loved Brad Hand. I remember putting out a tweet. This could completely blow up, or this could be great. And look, he's having that resurgence season this year. He's been spectacular out of the bullpen. So they finally put money in the bullpen. They finally go into the luxury tax. They finally do something that we've all been saying for years, really since 2008. Build a team of mashers, because you are in a hitter-friendly ballpark where guys could go yard constantly. So stop with the slap hitters. Stop with the Roman Quinns, even though they still brought him back at one point this year, which is weird. But go for the beefy boys, as people are calling them. And they did that. And so we're going, wow, this is going to be great. And they're 22 and 28, and they have to fire the manager. And everybody thinks, all right, this season's over. Bye. Like, I said that it was going to be a Birds 24/7 summer, unless the Phillies turn things around. Did I think they're going to turn around to this clip where they're going to be 6 games above 500 after the All-Star break? No. I thought they'd be right around 500. There's 6 games over, and it helps that you sweep the Marlins at the end of it. But the story of the season is so crazy that you go, all right, so they were 22 and 28. They're now 49 and 43. That means the whole team got hot, right? Well, it's not the case, which is crazy. That is absolutely not the case. Now, Bryce Harper was playing like the MVP before he got hurt. Kyle Schwarber has 29 home runs. But who else on the offense has really done anything where you go, this is why we are where we are today? Rhys Hoskins had a nice stretch of games in June, but that's since kind of come back down to earth. Nobody has really done anything spectacular. Alec Boehm has a good batting average, but he's not providing any power. But then you have a game where he hits a home run against Josh Hader, where Matt Vierling hits a home run against Josh Hader, the best closer in Major League Baseball. And then you have the game against St. Louis and Adam Wainwright. Alec Boehm hits 2 home runs off him. They couldn't get a hit all day. Alec Boehm, who doesn't hit home runs, hits 2 off of him that night. It's been so strange. It's been so weird. They shouldn't be here right now, 49 and 43. But they are, because they are getting contributions from the starting pitching, which has been a lot better than I expected this year. Zach Wheeler, he should have won Cy Young last year. I thought he'd have another good season this year. Aaron Nola, hey, I'll admit when I'm wrong. I thought Aaron Nola was pretty much done. And not done with stuff. I think he just mentally was losing it a little bit on the mound. And for a while, it was still pointing that way. He had the ridiculous 6th inning ERA, where he would get through 5 innings strong. He'd have 9, 10 strikeouts, maybe 1 or 2 hits allowed. And then the 6th inning, his ERA was 10 this year. And then he would lose. He would lose games that way because he'd get absolutely crushed because Joe Girardi, Rob Thompson, doesn't matter who the manager was, didn't have anybody ready in the bullpen. Because why would they? If Aaron Nola's dealing through 5 innings, throwing a shutout, why would they have anybody ready in the bullpen? And then he'd get crushed. He'd give up 3-4 runs in a blink of an eye, and then you'd end up losing the ball game because he doesn't get run support. So it is still crazy that he has had this kind of turnaround where it didn't look like that was going to happen at the beginning of the season. Kyle Gibson, good outing, bad outing, goes back and forth. But when he's been good, he's been on. It's been crazy. Zach Eflin was dominant, but he's now hurt. You're getting contributions from Bailey Falter and Christopher Sanchez. Did I expect that to happen? No. They're 49 and 43, 6 games above 500. It's a wild story on how they got here. Now the question is, where are they going from here? 70 games left in the regular season. I think they make the playoffs. One question I have for you today at 610-632-0975 is, where do they make the playoffs? Can they still win the division? I think that's far-fetched. I don't think it's going to happen because even if the Mets collapse, which we're all waiting for, I think the Braves are going to propel themselves and run away with the division a little bit. But it doesn't mean that they're just the final wild card team. There's a chance that they could be that second wild card team. San Diego has been leaking oil leading to the All-Star break, just like they leaked oil at the end of the season last year. Now, the only difference is they will be getting Fernando Tatis Jr. back, and I imagine that he helps them win a couple of games toward the end of the season. So he will be back for them. And then when I go, oh, wow, so if the Phillies finish as the second wild card team, that means it's going to be a first-round matchup with either the Braves or the Mets, whoever the first wild card team is. And that's just crazy. Right now, I'm thinking, wow, the Phillies could play the Mets or the Braves in the first round of the playoffs, a best of 3 in the first round. That is so cool. I get it would be concerning because the Braves and Mets may have more talented teams, But I got Wheeler and Nola going games 1 and 2, as long as Nola's still on in the month of September and October, like he has not been in years past. But hopefully he turns things around this year, just like he has his season since a pretty difficult stretch in April and May. But that's where my mind is now. What is the playoff matchup? So are they going to make the playoffs? I say yes. But then the question is how, okay? They still don't have Bryce Harper back. He's not coming back until, mid to late August, maybe even September. Gene Segura, we had Jim Salisbury on earlier this week. He comes off the injured list on August 3rd. But he's going to obviously still have to do some rehab games down in single A and work his way back up. And so hopefully you get him back mid-August because he is one of your more professional hitters. And then what do you do with Bryson Stott? Jim Salisbury, who, again, we had on the other day, said he would start him at shortstop. And Didi would actually go to the bench and be that left-handed hitter coming off the bench. So there's things that the Phillies are going to be able to do to make some changes, to work around the injuries that they've been dealing with when guys are coming back healthy. And, oh, by the way, we're not too far out from the trade deadline. August 2nd, next week, when Tom and I are back for the entire week, before Anthony comes back on August 1st, which, of course, it's going to be really red hot on August 1st, all next week, we're going to be keeping an eye on all the rumors because the MLB trade deadline has not been the same as it was maybe 10 years ago where everything literally happened at the deadline. Now there are trades that are happening a week or two before. And I wonder if that starts heating up. Now that the league is resuming, at least the Phillies are resuming today, I'm sure we're going to start hearing more and more rumors. The Phillies should definitely go after a starting pitcher because you don't know the future of Zach Eflin this season. They 100% need to go after a center fielder. I know there's all of a sudden this Matt Vierling love. I think he's the guy that should start out of the three. I hate Odubel Herrera. Can't stand watching him play baseball. Still don't understand how people defend him when he goes 1 for 5, but that hit is a single, and we're all so happy because he hit it hard. No, he stinks, okay? And Mickey Moniak is just, dreadful. It's a shame. He just, former first overall pick, another disastrous first-round pick for the Phillies. He can't even make contact half the time, right? It's just so great, the Phillies drafting history. But just because Vierling might be the best of the three right now, that doesn't mean that they should go into the rest of the season thinking that Matt Vierling will be the everyday starting center fielder. So starting pitcher, definitely. Starting center fielder, definitely. And I still would like to add another arm in the bullpen to go alongside Brad Hand and Sir Anthony Dominguez and Corey Knebel, because really, that's the only three. I know you've gotten contributions from Bilotti. Nick Nelson has done a good job as a middle relief guy, but I would still like one more. And if you get one more, maybe you can DFA George Familia. Hey, hands to God, that's what I would like. So Tom Alvord, producing the show today.
Hello.
The Phillies have 70 games left. We embark on the unofficial second half. The journey today. Through 92 games, your quick thoughts on how the hell they got here and should they be here?
How the hell they got here? Rob Thompson. That's how they got here. It makes no sense how they got here. I mean, we had, walk-off home runs from Garrett Stubbs after they had, 2 hits combined in the first 8 innings, something like that.
That's a 3-run bomb.
Yes, 3-run bomb when you're down 1-0 in the 9th inning. It's like everybody is contributing. Bryson Stott had that game-winning homer about a month ago. You get Jairo Munoz getting big home runs for you. Like, everyone's stepping up. Jose Alvarado, who I am the biggest Jose Alvarado hater out there. Since he's been up from AAA the last, month or so, he's been really, really, really good for this team.
Yes, he has.
There's no other explanation for it, man. It's Rob Thompson because you haven't had Harper. You haven't had Segura. You haven't had Nick Castellanos contributing as much as you were expecting. So how they got here, I have no idea. And the fact that we are here and they are 6 games over 500 despite everything, man, I'm with you. I am totally all in. We are making the playoffs. We are finally, after 11 years, going to have playoff baseball in Philadelphia. And I think this next it's August 2nd's the deadline, so this next week plus, the next 10 games before the deadline, 4 of them are against the Pittsburgh Pirates, 3 of them are against the Chicago Cubs. The Cubs are 12 games under 500. The Pirates are 15 games under 500. We talked a lot about easy schedule last year. This isn't last year's team. This is Rob Thompson's team, a different team. I'm all in, man. We're going to learn a lot about this team in the next 10 days. If they can take advantage of these poor teams, which good teams should be able to do, you get some help at the deadline. A couple weeks later, you get Segura back. A couple weeks after that, you get Harper back, and we're making a run to the playoffs.
So, sandwiched in between the Cubs and the Pirates are the Braves
Correct.
here in Philadelphia.
At home.
Which that's exciting. It's one of those, head to the ballpark kind of nights, right? Because it's going to be a pretty big series. So if the Phillies in this 10-game stretch can go 7-3 somehow, they go 7-3. I'm not saying they get swept by the Braves. Maybe they take two. Maybe they take one and lose two, but they only lose one game to the Pirates, or they only lose one game to the Cubs, or they go 6-4. As long as they go above 500 and continue to, be above 500, 6 games right now. If they could be 7 games, 8 games above 500 before the deadline, that might be even more of a notion for the front office to go, all right, we should definitely be buyers. They're definitely buyers right now, but maybe the price changes if they continue to win games, and maybe that Braves series could be a true test.
You win 3 straight series coming out of the All-Star break. Yeah, that puts more pressure on Dave Dombrowski in the front office.
Yep, and if you win that series against the Braves, right, because there have been times we've seen it before, and I remember if we do, we don't Phillies. I think it was right before the deadline, they lost the series in a bad way to a good team, and it was kind of like, well, they can't even compete with the good teams, right? So why even bother? Now, I still hated them saying it. If we do, we don't. Like, I thought that was absolutely ridiculous. But if you can take 2 of 3 against the Braves, like, if you're Dave Dombrowski, you go, all right, this team right now can beat the Braves in a big series in July. We should definitely bolster this team. So I'm excited for it. We start tonight. Kyle Gibson is on the mound for the Phillies. They're at home against the Chicago Cubs. Tom just said it, 12 games under 500. So good way to start the second half of the season by talking some Phillies baseball today at 610-632-0975. I do have all these Phillies questions, right? Are they going to make the playoffs is number one? And I say yes. Tom says yes. I want to know how far along to making the playoffs can it be? Can it be a second wild card spot, a first wild card spot? Can they win the division? Another question. Is somebody going to turn their season around the second half? And I'm not saying one person. Like, is it Castellanos? Is it JT Realmuto? Is Zach Eflin going to come back healthy and still pitch at a high level? Is there somebody that you have the confidence in to turn things around the second half of the season? Because, again, they're 49-43 without these guys. Imagine if Nick Castellanos all of a sudden comes close to hitting 30 home runs this year. That's going to make this lineup ridiculously good. So, but is that going to happen? Also, what's your biggest concern for the second half of the season? I'll ask Tom that on the other side. Also, speaking of important players in the second half of the season, Eagles related. I saw on NBC Sports Philadelphia, they're running a list. My man Barrett Brooks is doing it. The most important Eagles heading into this upcoming season. I have the list in front of me. We will go through it. We will debate it. And we're also going to figure out really who our top 3 most important Eagles are. And I'm going to take Jalen Hurts off it because Hurts is number 1 in everybody's mind and it's number 1 on this list. But we're going to try to figure out who you on the phones at 610-632-0975 believe are the top 3 most important Eagles. But this is like a list of 25 players. So we'll run through this on the other side as well. 610-632-0975. Fanatic Friday presented by PumpmanPhilly.com. Need a water pump expert for your facility. For 24/7 emergency repair or pump replacement, count on Pumpman Philly, the guys to know to fix your flow. Phillies and upcoming Eagles, all right here, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Fanatic Sports Update.
Phil's finally back. I'm Tom Alvord, and this update is brought to you by Bally's Atlantic City. The all-new Bally's Atlantic City introduces The Yard, a brand-new indoor-outdoor beer garden just steps from the boardwalk. Visit Bally'sAC.com. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Yes, after 4 days off, the Philadelphia Phillies will once again be taking the field to begin the unofficial second half of their season. They start off with a 3-game series against the Chicago Cubs at Citizens Bank Park, the first of 6 straight home games for the Phils. Philadelphia comes into the series with a 49-43 record, good for the final wild card spot in the NL, while the Cubs sit at 12 games under 500. The projected pitching matchup for tonight's game will be Kyle Gibson for the Phils and lefty Justin Steele for Chicago. First pitch is at 7:05. And the Eagles' official Twitter account teased the announcement of a new alternate black helmet this morning. This is the first season the NFL will allow a team to wear 2 different helmets in the season. Keep it locked to the Fanatic all day for breaking news and information. I'm Tom Alvord, and you're listening to 97.5 The Fanatic.
And and Gargano, weekdays 10 to 2 on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Hi, it's John Kincaid from my friends at Copair Health, and I've reached the 3-month mark, down 23 pounds. And I have so many dreams about getting 10 more pounds off, as I've set 33 pounds as my target goal. It has been so easy with Copair Health because Copair Health coaches you through the process. You may be a guy who wants to lose 40 or 60 pounds. I'm promising you, they can get you on the right track, and by the time the holidays roll around, you're going to be feeling better. I know this. I feel better when I'm at the pool and I take my shirt off. I feel better when I'm putting on my clothes and everything fits a little better. And I've also been giving a ton of clothes away because I can't fit in them anymore. These are all the benefits. Plus, there's psychological benefits. You feel better with Copair Health. At coparehealth.com, Vance has coached me through the process. 3 months, 23 pounds. I'm loving it. Here's what I want you to do. Save hundreds. Contact Copair Health. coparehealth.com, and you can save hundreds on your program. All you have to do is mention John Kincaid from The Fanatic. Copair Health, it's changing my life.
Blast Premier, the main Counter-Strike tournament recently in play, witnessed the clashing of two familiar titans where one rediscovered their footing as G2 pulled off a win against FaZe Clan. This win was much needed for G2 after they got shocked by Furia just a few weeks ago in the Intel Extreme Masters at DreamHack Dallas. Misfortunes continue for FaZe Clan as the team won the most recent major but have been bounced from the following two tournaments since then.
The latest esports and gaming news. Find it online at checkpointxp.com.
When you love riding a motorcycle, you want to ride it everywhere, even getting a dental checkup.
Mr. Carter, wouldn't you prefer the chair?
I'm fine on my bike, Doc.
Well, let me know if you feel any discomfort.
And when you love saving money, you want to save even more. That's why Geico makes it easy to bundle your motorcycle and car insurance.
All done, Mr. Carter. Remember to brush, floss, and lubricate your drive chain regularly.
Kickstart your savings with Geico Motorcycle. Bundle and save on the things you love.
Come to Barlow Chevrolet in Delran this summer where savings are heating up. We're offering discounts below MSRP on select vehicles in stock. We have several Equinox, Silverado, and even Tahoe inbound. Reserve yours today. If there's a specific vehicle you want, order it from Barlow with no additional dealer fees or markups. At Barlow, we keep the buying process simple, convenient, and hassle-free. Start your summer off right at Barlow. Find new roads in Delran or at barlowchevrolet.com.
Buffalo Wild Wings has happy hour bar food from 3 to 6, Monday through Friday, and great deals on drinks all day. It's the perfect way to offset a long day. Text that hilarious joke about your boss to your boss.
What? No.
Try a $3 Wild Herd by Goose Island. Set your morning alarm for 6 p.m. That calls for $5 strawberry margaritas. So if you ask your phone why you're still single and...
Ha ha ha. Seriously?
Head to Buffalo Wild Wings. At participating locations, taxes and fees apply. Dine in only. Drink responsibly. Offers vary by location. Void where prohibited.
If you're a window installer, keep it simple. Choose Anderson 400 Series windows. They're the Cladwood windows contractors trust the most. So much so, they're the windows contractors trust for their own homes. And with fewer callbacks, the choice is simple. It's Anderson 400 Series windows. The windows contractors trust the most. Get started at AndersonWindows.com today.
Claims based on 2022 Anderson Brand Survey of U.S. contractors.
If you run a small business, efficiency has never been more important. So for a limited time, Comcast Business is introducing small business savings. Call now to get powerful internet for just $39 a month for 12 months with no annual contract and a money-back guarantee. All on the largest, fastest, reliable network for small businesses. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 9/21/22. Requires EcoBill and AutoPay. Restrictions apply. New business 50 megabits per second customers only. Equipment, taxes, and other charges extra and subject to change. After promo, regular rates apply.
Do you struggle with occasional nerve aches in your hands or feet? Try Nervive Nerve Relief from the world's #1 nerve care company. Nervive tablets contain alpha-lipoic acid to relieve nerve aches, weakness, and discomfort, plus B-complex vitamins to support healthy nerve function as you age. Live life with less nerve discomfort with Nervive Nerve Relief. Learn more at nervivehealth.com. And try Nervive Pain Relieving Cream to block nerve pain signals at the source. Use as directed.
My friend and I are taking a trip to Mexico this year, but neither of us speak Spanish. So we downloaded Babbel and started learning Spanish fast.
Want to get conversational in another language in as little as 3 weeks? Babbel's quick 10-minute lessons were designed by language experts to be the most efficient and effective way to learn a new language.
¿Cómo te llamas?
¿Cómo te llamas?
Babbel, language for life. Celebrating 10 million subscriptions sold. Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. That's BABBEL.com.
It's a fact. Only 0.0001% of people will ever step up to the plate as a pro baseball player. For the rest of us, there's BetRivers.com Sportsbook app. Featuring same-game parlays, you can combine the excitement of different bets, all from the same game. Totals? Bet 'em. Spreads? Bet 'em. Player props? It's a home run. Download the BetRivers.com Sportsbook app today. It's a whole new game.
Presented by Rivers Casino, Pittsburgh. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLING.
More of the Anthony Gargano Show now
on 97.5 The Fanatic.
(10:30) 97.5 The Fanatic. I'm Andrew Salchunas. 10 o'clock hour brought to you by Window Nation. Take advantage of Window Nation's 50% off sale on all style windows. Plus, make no down payment with no payments and no interest for 12 full months. Call 866-90Nation or visit windownation.com. Tom, I just saw this pop up thanks to Rob Tourneau on Twitter. There's an excuse for you to watch Ted Lasso soon.
Is that right?
Yes, because baseball is stupid. Tonight is a exclusive Apple TV game tonight.
I did see that.
Can I just say this? All right. Now, let me make it clear. It's free on Apple TV. I think you just have to download it, and it's probably one of those. It's their way for you to download it and then look at what else they have, and then you pay the money. It's also going to be on Peacock, so if you're a Comcast subscriber, you have Peacock, okay? Even though I don't have cable anymore, I have Comcast Xfinity Internet, so I get Peacock. So if you have cut the cord, you still get Peacock, just to make that clear for everyone. It's still absolutely ridiculous that they do this. Father's Day.
That was the worst.
Father's Day.
The absolute worst.
They did Peacock only. I know a lot of dads who aren't 28, right? I know a lot of dads who don't know how to handle this kind of exclusive viewing. I know people that don't have smart TVs today. Shocker. Not everybody has a smart TV. It's just so dumb. Like, why is baseball so dumb? Father's Day, they do that. And then today, it's the first day out of the All-Star break. Do it next week. Right? Like, do it next week. Do it at the end of July, or well, you shouldn't do it right near the trade deadline, but they won't think that way anyway. But why would you do it first game out of the All-Star break? Dude. Oh, the Phillies are back. Let me
Father's Day, we go visit my grandfather for Father's Day. My dad wants to see his dad.
Shocker.
All he wants to do is watch the Phillies with his son and his grandsons. He has a TV from 2002.
Yes.
It's not a smart TV, so we couldn't watch the Phillies game. And I feel like I was not the only one who had to go through that.
No, definitely not.
I don't understand. And listen, I know it's easy. It's easy for us, at least. Easy for a younger generation. We know how to maneuver our way around the television and find Peacock, find Apple TV, whatever it is. If you're going out to a bar tonight, if you're going to enjoy yourself, it's Friday night. They're worried about other things. They probably don't have, Peacock available.
Yeah, they might not.
They might not. Yeah. So it's just why? Why are we doing this? And why are we doing this the first game out of the All-Star break, as you mentioned?
So stupid.
Throw it on like a random Wednesday in August or something.
It's dumb.
Whatever.
Baseball is so poorly run. You're stupid, Rob Manfred. The people that work with you are stupid. The only thing you were smart with was putting Miguel Cabrera and Albert Pujols in the All-Star game. And that's really the only thing you've ever done well.
Also, Philly's not playing 4th of July, too.
Yeah, that's another.
That was annoying. Like 4th of July should be baseball's day. It should be baseball from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m.
And that's what I said that coming, I think it was right before the 4th of July. I said it on the air. Or no, I was on vacation, so it was after the 4th of July. Like, football and Thanksgiving go hand in hand. It used to be basketball and Christmas, but now Roger Goodell doesn't give a damn about your feelings, Adam Silver.
No.
He put it on the table and
He's
said,
having no part of that.
Hey, we're playing football on Christmas Day. But for the most part, you think of Christmas Day, you think of basketball. New Year's Day, you think of college football bowl games, right? July 4th, you're the only sport.
There's one sport.
There's one sport, and you don't do anything. And I even said, Tom, that you should do it like a Thanksgiving Day where maybe you don't have 30 teams playing. You have a 10 a.m. marquee matchup or, maybe 11 o'clock. You have a 1 o'clock game. you have a 4 o'clock game, which is a West Coast game or something like that. Make it 5 big games. ESPN loves themselves some Yankees Red Sox. Make that the July 4th night game on ESPN. Do a Fox Sports game at 4 o'clock, whatever, interleague play or something like that. The 11 o'clock game will be a national league, just like Christmas Day, right? Where NBA tips off at noon?
Yes, noon.
Just do that.
It's pretty simple, right? When you think about it, it really isn't that difficult at all to figure something out like that. But Major League Baseball continues to get in their way.
I don't get it. And, listen, I have these subscriptions, right? So this is an old man waving at clouds, which, yelling at clouds, which I normally do. I have these things, but I think of people who don't. And now you're already an older sport, right? That's where the majority of the people are. And, now all of a sudden they can't watch. A lot of people can't watch, and that's just stupid. By the way, today is a day where I'm going to need your help with a couple of things. One of them is way more important than the other. One involves my baby, and then the other involves my eating habits. I'm going to need your help a lot today, and so that's going to start coming up at the 11 o'clock hour, but I'm just telling you right now, if you're in a mood to help somebody out, I need you today, and I hope that you can do that. Phillies baseball, they're back tonight, even though you're not going to be able to watch it. A lot of you. The Kyle Gibson gets to start against the Cubs, 49-43. The question we started off with is, are they going to make the playoffs? I say yes. How are they going to make the playoffs? Now, to me, how they make the playoffs is they have to make a couple of moves. I know that there's an argument of, well, until they start losing, No, I hate that argument. Not until they start losing, because what are you afraid to give up? They've already said they're not going to give up Mick Abel or Andrew Painter, okay? They've already said that. So when you give your second and third tier prospects away, who you're probably never going to see anyway, if I traded Carl Crawford's son tomorrow, I won't lose a wink of sleep, okay? So make those moves. Don't wait and see if they need it in the next 10 days. No, be freaking aggressive for once. Please. Be aggressive for once. I'm begging you. And so I think they need to make a move for a center fielder. I still, a lot of people are, pro Matt Vierling being the everyday starting center fielder. No, be aggressive. Get a center fielder. Get a starting pitcher. I know Luis Castillo is a name that's been coming up a lot. Jared Thomas tweeted it in. Cedric Mullins has been my guy, he mentions, but I don't think they're going to do anything. I think Baltimore is going to try to build something. Why not? They're winning games. So that's what I want to do. Tom, what is your kind of dream scenario for the Phillies leading up to the trade deadline?
When it comes to players themselves, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's obvious. I think the two biggest needs this team has, and I think everybody's two biggest needs that this team needs, is center field and starting pitching. Starting pitching is number one. I think you have to go into the rest of the season with the mindset of, we're not seeing Zach Eflin again.
Yeah.
You can't count on this dude to come back. Oh, we'll see him in a couple months, and then it'll be good to go. No, who knows if there's going to be another issue, another injury that pops up. You can't count on Eflin, so you need to go out and get another starter, because I don't need Christopher Sanchez and Bailey Falter starting every fifth day in September when we're trying to make a push to the playoffs. So, in my ideal scenario, it's a deal similar to the one we saw last year, where it's two birds with one stone. Now, last year, you get a starting pitcher in Kyle Gibson and a relief pitcher in Ian Kennedy.
I was okay with the Kennedy move.
I like Kennedy more than I liked Kyle Gibson, and that didn't work out.
And look, he got rocked.
Yes.
So be it.
But I like the idea of that. So I think it's a similar type of move, potentially, that you go out and get a center fielder and a starting pitcher. My dream scenario is you go out and get a Ramon Laureano and a Frankie Montas from the A's.
Yep.
You can't do that without giving up an Abel, which I don't think they're going to do. But I can dream, right? A man can dream.
Yeah, you can dream, and
that's just those are two controllable guys that you get for the next at least next year. And I believe Montas has another year on top of that. In your window of win now, which is 3 to 4 years, you have controllable guys. That is my dream scenario.
Yeah, and you have controllable guys that are on this roster right now. Your core.
Correct.
Right? Bryce Harper, Nick Castellanos, JT Realmuto, and Kyle Schwarber. Hoskins, we'll see what ends up happening. He's going to get a big payday soon, and maybe he's not a part of it. But you have a pretty good core with Harper, Castellanos, because I don't think he just stinks. I think he'll turn it around. Maybe not this season, but at some point. I don't think JT Realmuto just stinks. Kyle Schwarber is here. And, if any of these young guys come up and, those players that you acquire from Oakland, now you have a legit core for a couple of years. So it's kind of like the Eagles, right? The Eagles have locked up a lot of their key players for years to come, which is very, very exciting. The Phillies have a lot of their key players locked up for a couple of years, which is awesome. And hopefully they can start really pushing for win now mode because let's face it, you can be a wild card team in Major League Baseball and win the World Series. We've seen that recently, okay? 610-632-0975. So the Phillies are going to be a major topic of conversation today as the unofficial start of the second half is tonight against the Chicago Cubs. Now, on an Eagles note, I've been paying attention to this. NBC Sports Philadelphia, my man Barrett Brooks, have been putting together their list of the top 25 most important Eagles for the 2022 season. And it was finished today. I was going to bring this up yesterday because we all know who number one was going to be. And, of course, it was Jalen Hurts. But they put together the top 25 most important Eagles for this upcoming season. And I'll run through it real quick, and we'll discuss this. And I'm going to, twist it a little bit, and I want to hear from you on the phones who you think are your three most important Eagles players because you might not necessarily agree with this list. I don't necessarily agree with this list. That's the beauty of sports. So here's your top 25. 25, I'll go 25 to 1. Quez Watkins at 25. Gardner Minshew at 24. If Jalen Hurts gets hurt, blah, blah, blah. TJ Edwards at 23. Marcus Epps, 22. Landon Dickerson, 21. Jake Elliott at 20. Okay? So that's your first five. First six, excuse me. Brandon Graham at 19. Jordan Davis, Kazir White, Avonte Maddox, and Nakobe Dean. 14 is Fletcher Cox. 13, James Bradbury, Miles Sanders, and Josh Sweat. So now we enter the top 10 most important Eagles this season, according to Barrett Brooks and NBC Sports Philadelphia. Number 10 is Devontae Smith. Number 9 is Dallas Goedert. Number 8 is Javon Hargrave. Number 9 is Jordan Mailata. Number 6, Darius Slay. And then your top 5, Lane Johnson, A.J. Brown, Jason Kelsey, Hassan Reddick. They have as the second most important Eagle heading into the season. And then Jalen Hurts at number 1. I'll tell you right now, I don't think Hassan Reddick is number 2 in my list. And we'll come up with our own. I don't have Reddick as number 2. I do understand his importance to this team. He's one of the high-priced players that's going to be on that defensive line, or if he's going to be linebacker, they're going to move him around, which is exciting because you really haven't had a player of note that you could move around since Malcolm Jenkins. I know Malcolm Jenkins was a safety and not a hybrid linebacker / DN like Hassan Reddick, but you haven't really been able to move anybody around. You haven't had that jackknife player on the defensive side of the ball, at least a talented one, since Malcolm Jenkins. So maybe that's why they have Hassan Reddick so high, and they give reasons as to why. It's long stories as to why for each player. But, Tom, that's the top 25. Hurts is going to be number 1 on everybody's list. He is, because, if he stinks, then the team stinks. Or if he's mediocre, the team might still win, but they're not going to really win anything come playoff time. No exception to Jalen Hurts being number 1?
No
Okay.
issues with Jalen Hurts being number 1. He is the starting quarterback in a win-now team who needs to make a leap, who is up for a contract next season. So, yeah,
right.
No issues with that.
I do find Hassan Reddick being number 2 kind of surprising.
So they had just 29 sacks last season, the Eagles.
Worst in the NFL.
Yes. So, and I guess because of the question marks when it comes to the DN position besides Hassan Reddick, like Josh Sweat's a nice player. He hasn't really made that leap into star or Pro Bowl.
I think he is who he is.
Exactly. And hey, that might be okay. You know?
A rotational guy or a guy that can maybe play all 3 downs on one end, but he's not going to have 15 sacks for you. And look, if I can improve from Josh Sweat, you do that in a heartbeat because
sure.
I think that is kind of who he is. But if he can get close to double-digit sacks, make a couple of impact plays, all right, that's who he is.
And then you look at Brandon Graham, who we all love Brandon Graham.
Yep.
33 years old. He'll be coming off
a major injury.
Yeah, that's big news. Derek Barnett, who all of us wanted out of town, that's your, one of your rotation guys here. We all like Milton Williams. We'll see what happens and how much he's playing on the inside compared to the outside. But other than Hassan Reddick, there's really no big names there, and we all know how important the pass rush is in the game nowadays, So I think I agree. I think it's a little too high, but I understand why he was ranked that high.
Yeah, honestly, I would go A.J. Brown before I go Hassan Reddick, and A.J. Brown's 4th on this list. Even though I have all kinds of concerns with Jalen Hurts and his arm, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith was open a lot last year and was just missed, right? But A.J. Brown brings a comfort for Jalen Hurts. They go way back. Jalen Hurts tried recruiting A.J. Brown to come to Alabama, but he decided to go to Ole Miss. And, but they've been boys ever since. And, they've been working with each other all off season long. And A.J. Brown, even though Devontae Smith was wide open a lot last year and could have had a lot more success if Hurts was a little bit better of a quarterback last year, I think A.J. Brown also provides a comfort on the field. He's a guy that can beat his man constantly. So now you have 2 guys that can beat man coverage, and we already know what we saw out of Devontae Smith last year. We don't know really what to expect from A.J. Brown. I expect great things from A.J. Brown, and I think he's pretty up there for importance for me. I would go him above Hassan Reddick.
Okay. Yeah, I really wouldn't have any issues with that.
Do you have any issues with people not in the top 10? The top 10, once again, Devontae Smith at 10, Goddard 9, Hargrave 8, Mailata 7, Slay 6, Lane Johnson 5, A.J. Brown 4, Jason Kelsey, Hassan Reddick, and Jalen Hurts. I have one guy that's not in the top 10 that I would put in there.
I would say none of them really stick out. I think Brandon Graham could be ranked higher, and I think James Bradbury could be ranked higher. But other than that, I think I'm all right with the top 10.
I have Nakobe Dean, and I know you're putting a lot on his plate as a rookie. But he is the first legitimate linebacker that they have had in a long time. Jeremiah Trotter, you could make a case, was the last legitimate linebacker. Nigel Bradham he played pretty well. Nigel Bradham played really well when he was here in Philadelphia, but there are players better than Nigel Bradham.
Michael Kendricks had some good seasons. But
the Angry Bird, he had a couple of seasons. Everybody wanted to trade him for everything, right? Michael Kendricks was involved in every single trade package. Nakobe Dean, even though it's a lot to ask for of a rookie, played on the best defense in college football last year, one of the best defense in college football history, really, you can make the case. And he is going to be that man in the middle or the guy that you're going to be able to move around. He might be a signal caller for all we know. I don't know if they take that away. I know TJ Edwards did it a little bit last year. He might be the signal caller this year, Nakobe Dean. We'll see what Jonathan Gannon does.
As a 3rd-round rookie.
And that's
deserving.
that's the thing. Deserving, but also very important for a young player like that to be the signal caller on a defense that was awful last year. You talk about the sack total last year. Maybe that's why Hassan Reddick is up there. There were all kinds of areas where they struggled. Safety position was awful last year. Way too many people got overly excited for TJ Edwards. I like TJ Edwards, but it's just because he was better than Alex Singleton. And people got excited for Alex Singleton because he was better than Nate Gary, right? Nakobe Dean is actually talented. And so that's why he's like the only guy I take exception to that's not in the top 10. I would also put Miles Sanders up there, even though they had a great ground game last year without him scoring a touchdown. I think he's going to have to provide a little bit more of a threat because that's also going to protect Jalen Hurts.
Oh, absolutely.
It's going to protect him from needing to run more and, teams going, all right, well, we have to focus more on Jalen Hurts in the red zone here more so than Miles Sanders because he's not the one that's scoring. So if Miles Sanders can break a few into the end zone and that's going to stop teams from maybe doubling A.J. Brown or doubling Devontae Smith or doubling Dallas Goedert, depending on the situation, I think that helps too. But he's at 12, so it's not like he's very far.
Well, going off of that, I'm surprised you don't see Kenny Gainwell off this list. Because what if you're 4 weeks into the season that's, I guess, a small sample size. What if you're 6 weeks into the season, 7 weeks into the season, and you're getting a similar Miles Sanders where the guy can't stay on the field? You have 1 touchdown through 7 weeks. He's not hitting the holes at the right time. And he's your backup running back at this point, Kenny Gainwell, a second-year player. There's going to be a ton on his plate as well if Miles Sanders can't live up to the expectations that we all have set for him.
Yeah, no, it's a very good point.
Unless I'm not putting him in the top 10 or anything, but for him to not be on the list,
look, Marcus
he could be a
Epps,
big-time player.
Marcus Epps, I don't need on the list. I know who he is, right?
Quez Watkins,
Jake Elliott. I don't need Jake Elliott on the list.
He's pretty important. Place kicker. If he has a season, similar to the ones he had before last year, where he's struggling and can't hit anything consistently. Kickers, man, come on.
When I think of this list, I think of position players, skill position players, more so than
just wait till 2 missed field goals and you're going to be having.
Well, I get it. Sam Fleming on our YouTube chat says, not sure just having Brown is going to get Hurts to calm down and have pocket presence. If he can't trust his line and not take off early, Brown and Smith will be wide open and just missed again. You're right, Sam, and that's why. Like, Jalen Hurts is number 1 on this list for a reason. And when we have our conversation, ultimately, of who we believe are the top 3, I'm going to take Hurts out of it because Hurts should be in everybody's top 3 most important players. But I can't let you just say not trust his line. I imagine you mean more so Hurts just trying to break away early. He should, if anybody should trust anybody, the quarterback of the Philadelphia Eagles, no matter who it is, Hurts, Gardner Minshew, Tom Alvord.
I was going to say,
whoever the quarterback is of the Philadelphia Eagles should have 100% faith in that offensive line in front of him, and hopefully Hurts can have that pocket presence a little bit more, and hopefully he worked on it. If there's anybody in the world that I believe has worked on their craft and will do whatever it takes to get better, it is Jalen Hurts. Now, will that happen? I don't know. But if there's anybody I believe that could do it, it is Jalen Hurts. So let's go to the phone, 610-632-0975. Phillies and Eagles to start the show today. Let's go to Kevin in Philly. Kevin, you're on the Fanatic.
Hey, Andrew.
What's up, Kev? How you doing, man?
Yeah, it's a big baseball day today. And I don't know if it's in our area, though. Brooklyn plays Mullica Hill.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. All right. I look for, you know how weird I look for signs and stuff like that. Like, all right, when I'm listening to you guys, hey, Tom, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to not say hello. Lauren Shahadi was wearing a Phillies hoodie because they have like a casual Friday. So the Phillies won, like, they lost 4 in a row. All of a sudden, they right the ship, right? Okay. Today's Brooklyn Mullica Hill. She's wearing the Red Sox B, which is Brooklyn, with Air Jordans. All right. So I told Dennis that's a sign from God. And then we got our Phillies sign. We're going to get a great, like, pitching matchup tonight because they showed a Hall of Fame class. And I see a woman. I'm like, who, what? It was Doc's wife with his Hall of Fame flag.
Oh,
so
cool.
I look at that, and we're going to have, like, a great day. We're going to have, like, a great baseball day today.
I love a great baseball day.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to the Eagles because, all right, when I had the operation – that weekend was when they made the trade and stuff like that, and I love A.J. Brown.
Mm-hmm.
And I love Jordan Davis, like the first name, Jordan. But, yeah, have a great weekend, and I will call you tomorrow.
Thanks,
right?
Kevin. I appreciate it, man. Yes. It's going to be a great baseball day, Tom.
Justin Steele versus Kyle Gibson. That's,
It's good.
It's a good matchup.
Look, I think he's thinking more so from the youth sports angle. He's a big part of Brooklawn baseball, which of course Gloucester Catholic, and they're dominant. But hey, listen, they're playing the Hill. I got to represent my squad.
Have to
go Mullica Hill Legion. I think they should just start. Mullica Hill Legion didn't exist when I was playing there. I had to play West Deffert Legion. So go Mullica Hill, represent. Ryan Field tweets in a bold take. He says, Nakobe Dean doesn't play much on defense if Kazir White, TJ Edwards, Hassan Reddick, and Davion Taylor stay healthy.
I think they're going to give Dean every opportunity to hold down a starting position.
I don't like Davion Taylor.
Yeah, I think we're kind of done with that.
I don't. Listen, I understand the athleticism. I've been talked into why it was okay for them drafting him in the 3rd round in the draft 2 years ago. I wasn't thrilled with the pick. Maybe he just turns into be a special team superstar, right? I understand the athleticism and the raw talent, and if they can turn him into something. Nakobe Dean isn't a raw talent. Nakobe Dean is a talent.
It's just talent.
Is just talent, period. TJ Edwards, again, I like TJ Edwards. I do. And he has shown some things in the last couple of seasons. But I can't help but think a lot of people overlove TJ Edwards because of how bad it was with Singleton and before that, Nate Gary. I think TJ Edwards is a NFL linebacker. I do. But, dude, I have high hopes of Nakobe Dean. Man.
If Nakobe Dean is healthy and he's adjusting to the NFL offense quickly and there's no issues, they're giving him every opportunity to play over a guy like TJ Edwards.
Yes.
The upside compared to those two guys is night and day.
Yeah, I'm glad they brought Edwards back. I think it was like a 1-year deal.
Yep,
I was
1-year extension.
All for it.
It's good depth move.
I love that move by the Eagles. It's a move that I think we forget about because he was already here, but it's a 1-year extension. I absolutely love that move for the Eagles. But I'm all on the Nakobe Dean train, man. Well, I'm on the Tunis train, but Nakobe Dean has a sidecar.
Now Kaiser White, I am excited for.
Yeah, it was
because
a
he
good
had
move.
a really nice season.
And
for
a lot
the
of Chargers fans are upset
Yes.
that they didn't bring him back. So that's something to be excited about. So Phillies and Sixers on the table, but also coming up next at 11:10, we have morning thoughts, and I'm asking you to help me out today, specifically the parents out there. Or if you've ever been like a caretaker of a child when parents went back to work, if you're catching my drift, I need your help. I'm going to ask you for a lot of favors coming up at 11:10. I want you to watch my kid. No, I just need some help about going back to work. Not just me, but also my wife. We'll discuss that coming up during Morning Thoughts right here, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Fanatic Sports Update.
Baseball is back. I'm Tom Alvord, and this update is brought to you by Mecum Auctions. Mecum Auctions returns to the PA Farm Show Complex in Harrisburg July 27th to the 30th with 1,200 muscle cars, classics, Corvettes, trucks, customs, and more for auction. Details at mecum.com. Yes, the Philadelphia Phillies will once again be playing baseball in South Philadelphia as the unofficial second half of the MLB season begins tonight. The Phils look to extend their 3-game win streak as the 35-57 Chicago Cubs come to town for a 3-game series. Projected starters for the Phils this weekend will be Kyle Gibson tonight, Zach Wheeler tomorrow, and a TBD for Game 3 on Sunday. Philadelphia currently finds himself in the 7th and final wild card spot in the NL, 8.5 games back of the Mets in the NL East. And the Eagles' official Twitter account teased the announcement of a new alternate black helmet this morning. This is the first season the NFL will allow a team to wear 2 different helmets in season. Keep it locked to the Fanatic all day for breaking news and information. I'm Tom Alborn. You're listening to 97.5 The Fanatic.
It's the Cubs. Anthony Gargano. Weekdays 10 to 2 on 97.5 The Fanatic. Fanatic Fridays are presented by PumpManPhilly.com. Need a water pump expert for your facility for 24/7 emergency repair or pump replacement? Count on Pump Man Philly, the guys to know to fix your flow.
Hey guys, Bob Cooney here. And imagine if your favorite casino came with an undo button. You get that with FanDuel Casino's Play It Again. Get up to $1,000 back if you're down after your first day. Play your favorite table games and hundreds of slots for real cash. See why FanDuel Casino is the #1 rated online casino app. I love to explore the daily and weekly promotions. I play with live dealers, and if I ever have a question, well, the best-in-class customer support team helps me 24/7. Sign up for FanDuel Casino with promo code BOB today and play it again with up to $1,000 back if you're down after your first day. That's promo code BOB.
21 plus and present in PA, must not have previously placed any wager on FanDuel Sportsbook, FanDuel Casino, Betfair Casino, Mohegan Sun Casino, or Stardust Casino. Refund issued as non-withdrawable casino-only site credit that expires 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See full terms at FanDuel.com/casino. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit FanDuel.com/RG.
Hi, it's John Kincaid from my friends at Copair Health, and I've reached the 3-month mark, down 23 pounds. And I have so many dreams about getting 10 more pounds off, as I've set 33 pounds as my target goal. It has been so easy with Copair Health because Copair Health coaches you through the process. You may be a guy who wants to lose 40 or 60 pounds. I'm promising you, they can get you on the right track, and by the time the holidays roll around, you're going to be feeling better. I know this. I feel better when I'm at the pool and I take my shirt off. I feel better when I'm putting on my clothes and everything fits a little better. And I've also been giving a ton of clothes away because I can't fit in them anymore. These are all the benefits. Plus, there's psychological benefits. You feel better with Copair Health at COPAREhealth.com. Vance has coached me through the process. 3 months, 23 pounds. I'm loving it. Here's what I want you to do. Save hundreds. Contact Copair Health, COPAREhealth.com, and you can save hundreds on your program. All you have to do is mention John Kincaid from The Fanatic. Copair Health, it's changing my life.
The roar of our engines, the pump of our heartbeats, the pedal to our metal, the sparks that ignite us, the pistons that push us, the passions that drive us. From the feelings that move us to the places that pull us on the roads that unite us. With nearly 6,000 stores and over 17,000 auto care centers, Napa has America's largest network of parts and care, here to keep you firing on all cylinders.
Did you know that shapes have sounds? This is the sound of a square because it's Wendy's fresh, never frozen beef served up on those hot and juicy hamburgers. And this is the sound of a circle. Not the Arctic Circle, but a circle of frozen beef that's flash frozen somewhere else. And this is the sound of a triangle. Anyway, when you want hot and juicy hamburgers, go for the square at Wendy's. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's hot and juicy hamburgers.
Fresh beef available in the contiguous U.S., Alaska, and Canada.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Think you know Amazon? Think again. Did you know you can get paid when it works best for you? Yeah, that means you can get the money you earned directly after your shift. Or that you get benefits like healthcare on your very first day. As an Amazon warehouse associate, you'll be amazed by what you can get. To learn more about all of the benefits of working an hourly job at Amazon, go to Amazon.com/hourly. That's Amazon.com/hourly. Amazon is proud to be an equal opportunity employer.
I wanted to know why some people who get COVID-19 get it so bad. I found out it may be because they have a high risk factor, such as heart disease, diabetes, being overweight, smoking, and asthma. Even if symptoms feel mild, these factors can increase your risk of COVID-19 turning severe. So if you're at high risk and test positive, there are things you can do, like asking your healthcare provider if an authorized oral treatment is right for you. Learn about an option at treatcovid19.com. This message is sponsored by Pfizer.
20,000 bonus points, 18.99% variable APR, and a $32 statement credit when you spend $200 before your dog's 8th birthday.
Credit card ads have all sorts of numbers, but they mean nothing to you if you don't get approved. So here's Credit Karma's number, 50. Like members who shop on Credit Karma get approved over 50% more often than the national average. Now that's a number you can rely on. Credit Karma. Apply with more confidence. Member approval rates in 2021 over 50% higher than 2020 CFPB national average.
Is today your lucky day? You bet. Because the new BetParks app is everything you want in a digital casino and sportsbook. It's easy to sign up, fun to use, and faster to win than ever before. And all new BetParks app users can choose between a $20 casino bonus or a $20 free sports bet. Which begs the question, is this the most rewarding casino and sportsbook betting app ever? You bet. BetParks. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. Pennsylvania and New Jersey only.
We buy any car. We buy any car. We buy any car. Any.
Trading in or selling your car, truck, or SUV? WeBuyAnyCar.com takes the hassle out of selling in just 3 easy steps. 1. Get your free online valuation. 2. Drive to your local car buying center. And 3. Walk out with your check in as little as 30 minutes. So don't wait. Get your free online valuation now at WeBuyAnyCar.com.
Find out how much your car's worth at WeBuyAnyCar.
Mom, Dad, you should shop Amazon for back to school and save some money. See, I'm currently obsessed with superheroes and need all the superhero stuff. Superhero lunchbox, superhero backpack. But next year, it'll be something else. Maybe dinosaurs? I don't know. I'm not a fortune teller. But I can tell you not to spend a fortune and shop low prices for school on Amazon. Okay, good chat. Amazon. Spend less, smile more.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station, home of the most entertaining sports talk in Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
O'clock, 97.5 The Fanatic. I'm Andrew Salchunas filling in for the Cuz. He'll be back on August the 1st. Coming up in 8 minutes, we do morning thoughts. I need your help. Parents, I need your help out there. This is still very new to me. Cooper is 4 months old yesterday. So, I mean, this is still.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. I don't do the week thing. I can't keep track.
Yeah, it's
oh, no, he's 17 weeks old. I can't keep track. And I know technically, because Christy, we had this conversation, technically yesterday wasn't exactly 4 months, so it wasn't exactly 16 weeks. Like, I get it. Some months have more weeks than others, right? Depending on the year. He's 4 months old. We're gonna leave it at that.
It's a lot easier.
I'm just gonna say that's never gonna change. But I'm still very new to this, and we're gonna experience something totally new next week. And I just need some tips from you, and I'll explain more coming up at 11:10 for Morning Thoughts. I'm gonna get to the phones in a second. But did you see, Tom, a tweet yesterday from former Eagles tight end Clay Harbor?
I did.
You saw the tweet. All right. So Clay Harbor puts out a tweet yesterday right around noon. Hashtag Throwback Thursday. And I feel like my whole life I've been living a lie now at this point, Tom. Checking him out at Clay Harbs 82, Harbs 82. He tweets the following with a video. I feel like it's finally time that Eagles fans know the truth of this play. This was a designed pass. And, of course, he's talking about the play when Ronnie Brown was about to get tackled and then threw the ball, but it went backwards, so it was a fumble. He continues. Ronnie Brown takes the handoff, then pop pass. Nobody blocked, myself included. He shouldn't have thrown it, but honestly, not his fault. Now, the pop pass, we've seen it a lot with Derrick Henry in the last couple of years because he's such a beast that they load up the box so much on the goal line that he fakes a couple of steps and then he jumps up and throws it to somebody. So my entire life now, since this happened, I've been living a lie. Tom, when you saw that tweet yesterday from Clay Harbor, what was your initial reaction? Because I always kind of thought there was no way he was just trying to throw the football. Like, there's no way a professional running back would just think, oh, I got to throw this football. There's no way. But I don't know. Like, maybe he was just dumb. But Clay Harbor puts out the tweet yesterday that it was a designed pass. I don't remember the press conference, the post-game press conference, right? Like, I don't remember them saying, hey, Ronnie was doing the right play. But, Tom, your initial thoughts when you saw that tweet from Clay Harbor yesterday?
I appreciate the honesty. I appreciate him looking out for Ronnie Brown. That's still a dumb play, dude. Like, you have to have a little bit more awareness than that if you're Ronnie Brown. You got a dude who's wrapping you, has you wrapped up, bringing you to the ground. You are a running back, and you decide to put it, I believe, in his left hand and try and throw a pass while you're 2 feet from the ground with a 300-pound lineman on your back.
No, dumb play. And he said, said in the tweet he should have thrown it, but honestly, not his fault. I didn't know all this time it was a design pass play for Ronnie Brown.
No.
Now, here's the thing. It's not like Clay Harbor's trying to stick up for his teammate from a play that happened 2 days ago. This happened years ago. Mike Vick was on the team, right? Like, this happened a long time ago.
Also, like, did anyone ask for this? Like, why
I don't think so.
Why did you just put it out there randomly on a Thursday, a play from what?
I honestly don't think so. Somebody did
2000, whatever.
Some guy named Bill responded with, Ronnie Brown is wondering why you brought this up. Like, could you imagine Ronnie Brown just enjoying his day, and then all of a sudden he's probably trending because he's like, oh, God, dude, I forgot about this play, honestly.
Or that play's been bothering him for 10 years or whatever, and he finally forgot about it, and he looks on Twitter, and he's trending. And
somebody by P on Twitter, just the letter P, said, you let that man get all that hell for all these years with the laughing emoji. He's right. I don't remember anybody defending Ronnie Brown. Now, I wasn't, paying attention to press conferences really at that point in my life. So maybe somebody could correct me that they did kind of defend him post game. But that Ronnie Brown play, like, this entire time I thought he just made a moronic decision, heat of the moment, tried throwing the ball. But no, Clay Harbor sticks up for his former teammate. How about it, Tom?
Clay Harbor making the news twice in 1 week. That's
yeah, the Nick Foles thing. I saw that.
No, and he was when Brent Selleck, the Namdi Asamoah stuff that went around. They said Brent Selleck and Clay Harbor was like, no, it was actually
that
me.
was actually me. Yeah, so that's pretty awesome. Pete on YouTube says that Reggie Brown is left-handed though. So maybe, listen, how dare you? You think you can sit behind this microphone and just lie about the handedness of Reggie Brown? Or Ronnie Brown?
You can lie about his name.
Who the hell do you think you are, Tom?
That is my bad. I still don't think it's smart.
Do you even watch football? Come on,
not a football guy, man. I don't think it's smart whether it's your dominant hand or not to throw a ball while you're being tackled to the ground.
Okay.
In a cluster.
Well, I needed to bring that up. We've been living a lie this entire time. Let's go to Dave in Center City. Dave, how are you today, man?
Yeah, Drew, the presser was a classic. Mikey Miss comes out of retirement. It's him and Sal Pal, okay? And Mikey Miss, you know where we got the sound bite? Andy Reid sound bite.
You're really bold? Yeah.
That's where that came from.
Is that right?
And Mikey Miss said, how are you putting your team in the best? It's my job to put us in a better position to win. How is that putting your team in a better position to win, calling that play? So Andy Reid retorts, well, how many practices of ours have you been at? And, Mikey Miss said something. And then Sal Pal said something. And then Andy Reid says, You're very bold.
Yep.
You're very bold.
There it is.
Oh, good work, Tommy.
That's awesome.
Let's get down to baseball business.
Yeah, what do we got, Dave?
I got the Phillies finishing 37-33 for an 86-76 record. Let me ask you.
Look, 86 wins can get you in the playoffs. It sounds crazy when it's only 4 games over 500 the rest of the way. I think they can do better.
Let me ask you guys a question.
Yeah.
The Washington Nationals had the template, 19-31. They win the World Series.
Yeah, they were tied with the Tigers for the worst record in baseball at that time.
Yeah, any similarities between this Phillies team and that Nationals team? Can we catch lightning in a bottle?
Yeah, I think they can. I mean, look, and you just saw it in the Nationals. You saw it with the Braves. You don't have to be the Dodgers. You don't have to win 100 games in the regular season to win the World Series. You don't even see the Dodgers winning World Series. So I think it's a possibility. The thing is, they're going to need to get healthy, right? I mean, the Nationals had their best players, right? The Phillies don't have Bryce Harper right now. He's going to have to come back healthy and be effective.
Yeah, listen, I'm on my way to Pocono for the car race.
Enjoy it.
My good buddy Bubba Wallace coming off of third place.
Yeah, your boy. You guys are friends.
Finish. Yeah, I got garage passes and pit passes. Go Bubba Wallace. Go Phillies. Drew, Tommy, have a good weekend.
All right, see you, Dave. I appreciate the call. He's friends with everybody.
How about that?
Yeah, he's friends with Bubba Wallace now. They're buddies. Whatever. 610-632-0975, the number to climb in. Yes, I do think the Phillies could. It's not impossible. I still hear it every once in a while. Well, what's the point of them even make the playoffs? They're going to lose in the first round. How do you know that?
I don't know that at all.
They took the season series against the Brewers, so if they face the Brewers in the first round, they could beat the Brewers.
They did against Padres, too,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, they did. It's possible that the Phillies could beat these teams in the playoffs, especially when they're healthy, and especially when they make some moves at the deadline. But we'll continue that conversation more as the show goes on. But right now it's time for, and by the way, my wife hates the intro as well. Morning Thoughts.
Wake up, Philadelphia!
No! God, please, no! No!
Time now for Morning Thoughts.
Hey, lady! Shut up! Will you just shut your trap? Shut up! Please go away. Let me sleep for the love of God!
Because what were you thinking about this morning?
Yeah, so she texted me when she was listening and giving me you're the only person that got any, good
Positive,
feedback
yes,
because of your
feedback.
posture. When was this? I don't know if this was yesterday's show or if this was 2 days ago. But she basically told me that the intro was making her skin crawl. Hearing the intro,
Just as you planned, right?
yes. Honestly, that was the point of it, right? Because we all hate that intro, or we all hate that sound. I'm trying to find it, man. Let's see here. Getting closer. Oh, there you go. That intro has given me nightmares. So
Look at that.
now here's the thing. Here's the beauty of me bringing this up. That intro will make her life a living hell next week. My morning thought, it's been my thoughts for a while, but now that it's the last Friday beforehand, I need help from my fellow parents out there. Or if you have even been a caretaker of a kid, like maybe you've been a nanny or a babysitter, you name it, and you see what other parents have done. So I need to ask you. Christy goes back to work on Tuesday of next week. She's been on leave since right before he was born because of her health. She had to take some time off previously to him being born. But so her leave is now ending because she took off work a week early. Her leave is ending a week early. So be it. It's the way the world goes. So Christy goes back to work next Tuesday, Tom. Now life will completely change. Because now what was one of us takes care of him in the morning, lets the other one sleep in. I go to work. She has him all day. I come home. I help him out. I help out when I get home because she's been with him all day. Maybe she wants to go exercise. Maybe she wants to just go to the grocery store to get out of the house. You name it. We put him down to bed at 8 o'clock. We watch TV. We're pretty much spent at the end of the day anyway. All that stuff. She goes back to work on Tuesday. Now, fortunately, we have everything covered. Family will be helping. One of my best friends, Sarah, she's going to be helping. So we have people that will be helping us out. But I'm not even thinking about just Cooper. I'm thinking about us. What was it like when both parents went back to work? Because right now we do not have the luxury of just me working. Okay, I work in radio, damn it. We don't have that luxury. We both need to work. So I need some tips from the parents out there. Because, I don't know, like, usually when you have a baby, plans go out the window, right? Like, you can plan all you want, and I'm a planner, as you guys know. A lot of times plans don't go the way you kind of expect them to. But I need to know, like, meal prep, is that a thing? I'm going to be the one cooking dinners again now that Chrissy, she doesn't get home from work until 7:30. So I'm home at 3:30. I'll be cooking dinner because it's not like I'm going to wait till she gets home to start cooking dinner. Also, it's 9 o'clock, 8:30. I don't do that. I'm not like Anthony who eats dinner at 9 o'clock. I usually eat dinner at 5. That's what we've been doing since she's been on leave. Now I have to wait till later. That kind of sucks. But I need some helpful tips because I'm also going to be now playing the role of the only parent at the household because, my mom, who's going to be watching him on Tuesdays, she's going to leave at 3 o'clock when I get home. So now it's me and the baby alone, which I'm okay with, for 4 hours doing everything, but then also cooking dinner and all that kind of stuff. We're trying to be on a diet, right? So it's not like I can do takeout 2-3 days a week to make my life easier. So I need any helpful tip that you can give me when both parents are working and then when I get home and I got to take care of a lot of the stuff, take care of the dog, take care of the cat, take care of the baby. Baby's probably number one on that list. Do other kind of household stuff. I work Saturdays, so it's not like we have both Saturday and Sunday full days to try to take care of stuff, right? I still work 6 days a week. She, fortunately, is off one day during the week. She works 4 10s, right? She's a nurse. So I need your helpful tips today because I got nothing. We wanted to kind of prep this week, like as if she was going back to work. Monday morning hit. The alarm went off at 4:30, and that didn't happen. We slept, and now it's Friday, and we still haven't prepped. I'm more of a, if I need to do it, I'll do it kind of guy. Like, if I know Monday mentally, I knew I didn't have to get up, so that wasn't going to happen. I think I'll be able to do it Tuesday, but I need help from my fellow friends and my fellow parents here. Tom, you are not a father.
I am not.
Do you have any tips that you could even think of without experiencing that life yet?
Nope. Got nothing for you there, bud.
Thanks, Tom. I appreciate it. And that's why.
Man, that's like you. Listen, it's a whole new world you're getting into now.
Yes.
It's a whole new world.
So you're just going to give me thoughts and prayers pretty much.
Yeah,
that's
dude,
all you got.
Good luck. You got it, buddy. Keep your head up.
So I need help. Please, from all of you at 610-632-0975. I love my job. Absolutely love it because especially when I have questions like this. Anthony, I can't ask Anthony right now. I can't. So I need help from you to help me out with this first time, Christy going back to work. It's going to be rough. Well, I mean, I love the kids, so I'm going to do whatever I can. But I just know, it's going to be tough at least that first week. And, I'm still in Anthony's seat next week, so I'll be giving you updates every single day, I'm sure. But I need your help, and if you can send some in on YouTube and on Twitter as well, please, I appreciate it. Tom, your morning thought.
Yeah, I wish I could help you because I'm the kind of guy that, I try and help everybody. Even if I haven't been in a situation like that, I try and think certain ways or ask certain people. Dude, that I can't relate at all to that.
That's fine. I know you can't.
No, I know. And I know you weren't expecting it, but, I don't got nothing for you, bud. So my morning thought. So there is a new movie coming out that I am extremely excited for. It's called Nope. It's by Jordan Peele, who did Get Out, and he did Us.
Yes.
Love both those movies. I think they're extremely creative. I think they're both very well done. I can't.
I liked Us more than Get Out, and I loved Get Out.
I heard people. I think Pat Egan said the same thing.
I didn't think he'd be able to take a step up, and he did.
And that's the thing I'm kind of worried about. So this is a third movie, his third movie that he is directing that I believe he wrote as well. There's a ton of pressure on this dude, right? He has to, has to bounce back, has to get this right and keep that streak going. I've seen mixed reviews. I've heard mixed reviews. Pat Egan said he did not like it at all on his recaps page. Yep. My brother saw it last night, said he loved it, said it was awesome, 9 out of 10. So I'm keeping my expectations tempered. I don't want to go too high getting into it. But I was thinking, now neither me or you are big TV movie guys, but was there a time that you could not wait to see a movie, to see a television show, to see an episode, whatever it may be, could not wait, and then you got there, you saw it, and it was awful, and it just destroyed your expectations and ruined your day? Because I kind of have a feeling this movie has the potential of doing that. I've been waiting for this movie for a year now. They announced it over a year ago, and I can't wait. And hearing that there have been some negative reviews when the first two movies came out, Us and Get Out, there were very few negative reviews. So, like I said, keeping my expectations tempered, but everybody gets excited. It's summer blockbusters. Everyone goes to the movies at this point. Was there ever a time where you went to the movies, couldn't wait to see it, and were just completely let down?
I don't, honestly, dude, just like you were no help with the baby, I don't think I can be helped with
nothing
this.
For me?
Because, look, I mean...
Not even like wait till you saw it on DVD or anything like that.
I mean, the only movies I've ever been legitimately excited for were the Harry Potter movies, because that was, like, my life, right?
Yeah.
Game of Thrones, I binged. Breaking Bad, I binged. Like, I was behind everybody, so it's different for me. I guess... maybe this the House of Dragon, the prequel to Game of Thrones, I'm very excited for it, so I guess that could lead up to me being disappointed. But no, I don't think so, man. Like I've been to very random movies. Like I like scary movies. Like that's what I go to the theaters for.
When's the last time you've been to a theater?
I'm pretty sure it was the last Halloween movie that came out.
Which they're coming out with a new one, by the way.
Sorry. 2 Halloween movies ago, because I haven't seen the one since he escaped the burning basement somehow. But so the first of the new 3 movies with Jamie Lee Curtis, I went to the theaters for that one. And I'm pretty sure
3 years ago?
Yeah, pre-COVID. I'm pretty sure that was the last movie I've seen in person.
Yes. So I'm sure people out there have some great answers.
Yes.
Movies that you could not wait to see, television shows, episodes, whatever it may be, that you could not wait to see, got all hyped up. It's been this long since you wanted to see it, and it happened, and you were like, wow, this was horrible. Because I'm very concerned that's what's going to happen when I see it next week or this week.
Yeah, I mean, I know Pat. I talked to Pat about it. Pat was like, it kind of sucked.
Now, Pat is very...
He's a critic.
He is.
He's a movie critic.
And he offered me a recommendation to a movie that I saw like 2 months ago.
He hated it?
He said it was really good, and I went there. I was like, this is kind of dumb. So everybody has different taste. Everybody has different opinions.
Look at me and Anthony. Like, we literally can never agree on something.
Correct, yes.
Ever.
So I'm a little nervous.
Well, I hope you enjoy. Are you going this weekend?
Probably either this weekend or like early next week.
Okay.
So I will keep everybody
Well,
up.
you let me know, because you and I are very similar. So if you like it, that means I'll probably.
And you like the first 2 movies. I like the first 2 movies.
Yeah.
So I feel like, yeah.
So if you like it, that means I like it. And that means I probably won't have to see it. No, I'll probably see it. 2 open lines right now, 610-632-0975. I appreciate seeing all the people on hold. M, Kurt, Edith, Rob. I have seen a lot of tweets already come in. I love you all. Thank you. Christy goes back to work next Tuesday, and I need whatever tips you can give me on when both parents are back at work, because she's coming off of leave. And we were going to prepare this week and try and do a test run. And that did not happen. The second that 4:30 a.m. alarm went off, I said no, because not only are we dieting, we're also exercising. And I can't like, hey, kid, I'm going to go for a 4-mile run. You hang here, okay? I'll be back.
It's not like just leaving the dog in the living room or something.
So, like, I'm going to try to get up at 4:30 the days I'm doing cardio. I don't know if that's going to we'll see.
Good luck there, bud.
We'll see. So I need your help, all kinds of stuff, exercise, meal prep, you name it. 610-632-0975, Fanatic Friday, presented by PumpmanPhilly.com. Need a water pump expert for your facility for 24/7 emergency repair or pump replacement? Count on Pumpman Philly, the guys who know to fix your flow. He's Tom Alvord, and I'm Andrew Salchunas, right here, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Fanatic Sports Update.
Phil's finally back. I'm Tom Alborn. This update is brought to you by News Nation, a News Nation exclusive. Chris Cuomo in his first TV interview since leaving CNN. Chris Cuomo on Dan Abrams Live, Tuesday at 9/8 Central, only on News Nation. Yes, after 4 days off, the Philadelphia Phillies will once again be taking the field as they begin their unofficial second half of the season. They start off with a 3-game series against the Chicago Cubs at Citizens Bank Park, the first of 6 straight home games for the Phils. Philadelphia comes into the series with a 49-43 record, good for the final wild card spot in the NL, while the Cubs sit at 12 games under 500. The projected pitching matchup for tonight's game will be Kyle Gibson for the Phils and lefty Justin Steele for Chicago. First pitch is at 7:05. And the Eagles' official Twitter account teased the announcement of a new alternate black helmet this morning. This is the first season the NFL will allow a team to wear 2 different helmets in season. Keep it locked to the Fanatic all day for breaking news and information. I'm Tom Alborn. You're listening to 97.5 The Fanatic.
It's the Anthony Gargano Show on 97.5 The Fanatic.
It's Hoagie Fest. Today's the day. Follow your taste buds. They'll show you the way. Hoagie Fest is here. Na 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 na.
Wawa Hoagie Fest is back. Summer tastes better when it's full of hoagie love. Get $5 shorties and $6 classic hoagies. Limited time only. See store for exclusions.
There's an epic cookie battle happening right now at Wawa. Will it be Oreo cookies and cream frozen beverages? Or will you choose Chips Ahoy cream smoothies, milkshakes, and more? If you can't choose one, go for both in our limited time ultimate cookie mashup, made with real pieces of Oreo and Chips Ahoy cookies. 2 legendary cookies, 1 epic frozen treat. Gotta have a Wawa.
Hey, it's Jen Scordo. Start the second part of baseball season, turning K's into cash and big hits into big wins with FanDuel Sportsbook in partnership with Valley Forge. Now, new customers can step up to the plate and make a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. Just sign up with promo code SCORDO to place your first bet, and FanDuel's going to give you $1,000 back in free bets if you don't win. FanDuel has so many great promotions, and I love when I win, I get paid faster than a fastball right down the middle of the plate. If you're new to FanDuel, there's no better place to bet America's pastime than on America's #1 sportsbook. Download the FanDuel Sportsbook app and sign up using promo code SCORDO to get started with your no-sweat first bet up to $1,000.
21 plus and present in PA. First online real money wager only. Refund issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hi, it's John Kincaid. I hope you're listening to the show every single morning. You know, I'm a 2-time cancer survivor. So I want to thank all of you who have joined us in supporting life-saving cancer research by donating at aacr.org/fanatic. And to our generous corporate partners, thank you for stepping up and supporting the AACR. It's the official charity of the John Kincaid Show.
Davis CPA Group. For personalized caring accountants, bookkeeping, payroll, and tax preparation services, visit daviscpagroup.com. With over 1,500 windows to choose from, Window Nation can outfit any home. Call 866-90Nation or visit windownation.com. You can always count on H&H Heating and Air Conditioning for total home comfort and fast, friendly, and local HVAC service. Visit delcohvac.com.
You know, donations to the American Association for Cancer Research from our listeners and corporate partners add up to big breakthroughs that benefit cancer patients worldwide. Join me. Make a life-saving donation today at aacr.org/fanatic.
Jamie Lynch here. Buying new windows shouldn't feel like you're at a used car dealership. You want straightforward, fair pricing, no surprises or fine print, just quality craftsmanship at a fair price. Work that stands the test of time. For nearly 70 years, the Supers family at S&S Remodeling has delivered quality craftsmanship at fair prices. Whether you need a roof, windows, doors, or other work done on your home, go to ssremodeling.com for a free quote or call 610-936-8382. S&S Remodeling, making customers happy since 1953.
If you run a small business, efficiency has never been more important. So for a limited time, Comcast Business is introducing small business savings. Call now to get powerful internet for just $39 a month for 12 months with no annual contract and a money-back guarantee. All on the largest, fastest, reliable network for small businesses. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 9/21/22. Requires EcoBill and AutoPay. Restrictions apply. New business 50 megabits per second customers only. Equipment, taxes, and other charges extra and subject to change. After promo, regular rates apply.
How are your kids getting their news? From their friends? Through social media? Can they ask you questions about what's going on around them? And will you be ready? Kids are exposed to more than you think. Help them understand the world around them and how they fit into it. Family mental health begins with how you respond to the events around us. This station is part of the Beasley Best Community of Caring Focus on Family. For tips on how to talk to your kids and how to develop your own coping skills, visit our website.
5X480. Dayton B100 V-Belt, one of the many parts Grainger carries. It's also the item that helped Rob carry the day. The job was on hold, deadline fast approaching. But a quick search on Grainger.com and Rob found his part. And with same-day pickup at his local branch, he and his crew got the job done, safely and on time. Get supplies and solutions for every industry with real-time product availability. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Looking good, Mrs. Dubs.
The head groundskeeper at Thad's golf course just retired.
We need to find someone in the next 2 weeks. Someone with botany and management experience.
He needs a replacement because the greens are already looking a little rough.
Aeration. They need to know it all.
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Earn up to $500 in sponsored job credits by interviewing on Indeed. Visit Indeed.com/credit. Terms and conditions apply.
I wanted to know why some people who get COVID-19 get it so bad. I found out it may be because they have a high risk factor, such as heart disease, diabetes, being overweight, smoking, and asthma. Even if symptoms feel mild, these factors can increase your risk of COVID-19 turning severe. So if you're at high risk and test positive, there are things you can do, like asking your healthcare provider if an authorized oral treatment is right for you. Learn about an option at treatcovid19.com. This message is sponsored by Pfizer.
20,000 bonus points, 18.99% variable APR, and a $32 statement credit when you spend $200 before your dog's 8th birthday.
Credit card ads have all sorts of numbers, but they mean nothing to you if you don't get approved. So here's Credit Karma's number, 50. Like members who shop on Credit Karma get approved over 50% more often than the national average. Now that's a number you can rely on. Credit Karma. Apply with more confidence. Member approval rates in 2021 over 50% higher than 2020 CFPB national average.
Listen to 97.5 The Fanatic everywhere. On Alexa at 975thefanatic.com, the Fanatic app, and now on Odyssey. Want to hear the Fanatic Best of Show Daily podcast? Head to 975thefanatic.com now and download each show every day. Brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. Use promo code FANATIC when using the DraftKings app.
It's 11:30. 97.5 The Fanatic, 11 o'clock hour, brought to you by Golden Nugget Jewelers, where Philly gets engaged. Talking Phillies, talking Eagles. The Phillies embark their journey on the unofficial second half of the season. 70 games remain. Phillies are 6 games above 500. Kyle Gibson getting the start tonight. And just like they entered the All-Star break winning a series, a sweep of the Marlins, I think they come out of the All-Star break winning a series against the Chicago Cubs. And it's a tough 3-game series at home, but against the Atlanta Braves, who the Braves have been very good against the Phillies this year. And hopefully the Phillies can finally win a series against Atlanta. That would be huge. And then they have 4 against Pittsburgh, which you should take care of business against Pittsburgh. And now you're at the trade deadline, August 2nd. You have a game with the Braves that day, but the trade deadline is probably at 4 o'clock. So the trade deadline coming up, we're almost there. And I think the Phillies should be aggressive. I think they should be aggressive early. They shouldn't just wait to see what the market is. I think they should set the market for once. Please, I would appreciate that. And I want to see what the Phillies do. I think they need a center fielder. They need a starting pitcher. Tom and I have been talking about it a lot today, that you can't depend on Zach Eflin at this point now that he has another setback. And so we'll see what happens. But I love the Phillies' chances of making the playoffs. You just go through their schedule. Do me a favor. Go through their schedule this second half of the season and tell me where you see a lot of losses where they don't finish as a playoff team. Dave from Center City called in last segment. He said that they're going to go 4 games above 500 the rest of the way, which gets them to 86 wins. I think they do better. I really do. Now, Bob Cooney asked me a couple of days ago, I think it was last week. He gave me the record, 8 games above 500. He says, do you think they could do that? And I'm like, I could see that. Well, I could see that 90 win. And when you go, are the Phillies a 90-win team? You might say, no, they're probably not. But when you look at the schedule, and if they continue to win, right, this all is based on, do they continue to beat up on the teams they're supposed to beat, which we are seeing them do this year. I believe, my heart of hearts tell me that it's different this year, that they're not going to get swept by the Diamondbacks like they did last year in August. That awful manager that they had, Joe Girardi, when they dropped 2 of 3 to a scuffling Padres team, and he said, well, it's still early. There's always tomorrow. And it's like, wait a minute, it's tomorrow, September 1st. What are you talking about, dude? Like, you can't say that. There's no sense of urgency. Rob Thompson's different. Leadership's different. This team is different. There's actually more talent on this team, and I think they add to it on August 2nd, the deadline.
Girardi was so bad, man.
He was awful.
He really was, and I was really excited when they brought him in.
Me too.
Because it was a new change. It was an adult in the room
It wasn't
kind of
Gabe
thing.
Kapler.
Correct, yes. And listen, I don't want to bash on the dude too much, but he is just what we've seen from this team and the change that Rob Thompson has made, the difference that he's made to this team. He had to just have been awful in that clubhouse and maybe just had no respect from the players. He was so bad here this time.
I wonder if there's going to be something. I remember when I was out, I booked Gibby and Zach Eflin. Were you producing that day, or was that Tyler?
No, it wasn't
It
me.
was Tyler, okay. Kyle Gibson and Zach Eflin were on with Anthony. And, look, none of them said we hated Joe Girardi. Like, they said they liked Joe Girardi. But then, like, he even told me, like, I asked him, I was like, how'd it go? Like, what do they think? Like, there was, like, the tone changed when they started talking about Rob Thompson, right? Like, you could tell he's more of a likable guy than Joe Girardi, and it shows that way. And that's why a sleepy 3-game series in the month of July, heading into the All-Star break where your mind is probably elsewhere, the Phillies not only win but sweep the Marlins. If Joe Girardi was the manager, they drop 2 of 3 in that series. No, there's no way. There's no way they win that series
In Miami, easily.
Yeah, there's no way they win that series. It's different with Rob Thompson. I don't know what the exact science is. I just think he's more relatable, and I think people, like playing for him. Like I think it might be that simple, right? Like a Charlie Manuel, he was a lovable dude, right? That locker room, that clubhouse loved Charlie Manuel. He held guys accountable too. I mean, Odubel Herrera made like 5 mental errors in one game, and Joe Girardi put him in the starting lineup the next day. There's no accountability. And Rob Thompson's doing that. So I appreciate that, and that's why I'm very confident for the second half of the season. We also have an Eagles list from NBC Sports Philadelphia. They put together the top 25 most important players for the Eagles this season. I'll give you the top 10 one more time. Then we're going to get to the phones in a second because I need your tips about Parenthood, and I'll explain more again. The top 10 was Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert, Javon Hargrave, Jordan Mailata, Darius Slay, Lane Johnson, A.J. Brown, Jason Kelsey, Hassan Reddick at 2, and Jalen Hurts at 1. Hassan Reddick, really the only guy that I question being that high. I also would put Nakobe Dean in the top 10. Tom said he would probably put James Bradbury in the top 10. Bradbury was 13. Nakobe Dean was 15. What I want to ask from you at 610-632-0975, who are the top 3 most important Eagles to you, in your mind, heading into this season, not including Jalen Hurts, because we're all going to say Jalen Hurts. So take Hurts out of it. Who are the top 3 most important Eagles heading into it? Because you could make a case, an argument for really a couple of people, like the top 5 of Lane Johnson, A.J. Brown, Jason Kelsey, Hassan Reddick, Jalen Hurts. Look, Lane Johnson is one of the best right tackles in football still. Jason Kelsey, one of the best centers in football. Some people say A.J. Brown. Like I talked about somebody on YouTube earlier that said A.J. Brown might not be one of those guys. I think he could be higher than a guy like Hassan Reddick on this list. So I want to hear from you. But I need your tips. Morning thoughts, I brought it up. Christy goes back to work next Tuesday. And so it'll be the first time when, one of us isn't home with Cooper on a daily basis. We have care for him. We're ready to go. But I'm going to be getting home at 3 o'clock, right? Life has now changed. It's not, hey, Christy, I'm going to go for a run real quick. Like, no, it's, all right, Mom, see you later. All right, mother-in-law, see you later, right? It's now I'm with Coop from 3 until Christy gets home, probably around 7 o'clock. I got to cook dinner. I got to do all this kind of stuff. She's going to have to do stuff when she gets home, but I'm also I don't want to push her because she works 10-hour days. We're on her feet, where here I am. I sit my fat rear end and talk sports, right?
See, this is where, and I just thought of this, and I am going to help you out. We had a talk before the show about running, and I said I love running on the treadmill. I prefer it over outside. I think that's an unpopular opinion. I think most people are like you.
I hate the treadmill.
Who like running outside. But in your situation, a treadmill might come in handy. You got the baby right there, the next room over.
Just in case.
Might be a little bit easier than running, 3 miles outside away from the infant.
So I do have the Peloton. I do. We bought it at the beginning of COVID, and I like it a lot. I just like running when it's warm out, and then when it's cold, I hate running in the cold. I really don't like it. I like the cold. I don't like running in the cold, breathing and all that kind of stuff. So the Peloton might be
it might be the switch over just for, the first couple weeks when you get
pause
situated.
real quick if he needs it. Yeah. All right.
I think that might be one.
Might be a good point to avoid waking up at 4:30 or 5 in the morning just to work out. So I appreciate everybody that has already sent in tips on Twitter, right? Like I've gotten a lot of great ones, and I really appreciate it. Jersey Transplant checks in. Father of 3, daddy daycare 2 out of 3 days. I could say get some crock pot recipes, get a membership to a museum or a zoo for regular outings, take the kid everywhere with you. Your relationship with them and their manners in public will be better for it. Yes, but here's the deal. I'm not stay-at-home dad, right? It's like I'm here. I'm getting home at 3 o'clock, and then I have to kind of start thinking about dinner and all that kind of stuff. So probably won't do. And plus, he's 4 months old, so I'm not doing the zoo just yet.
He's not remembering anything anyway.
But that's a good thought for later on. Like when he's closer to a year, right? I'm gonna have to try to keep him entertained other ways, and I don't want to just put him in front of the TV or do the iPad or anything like that.
Crock-pot's a good idea though. Kind of have that on low all day.
And I will do that. I already have a crock pot meal ready for next week that I am going to be doing.
Look at that.
That's already been figured out. I've already figured that out. Mike Bennett says as far as good goes, you should do a meal prep, decide what you want to have for dinner, and cook it on Sunday and put in containers for the rest of the week. And that's a great idea. Christy and I already have planned, now that Sunday is my day off as opposed to Saturday, we're doing the Sunday grocery day. And we're loading up for the week because of our diet that we're on. We actually kind of have planned, it's going to be like a chicken dish on Monday, a turkey dish on this kind of day. So we already kind of have that planned out. It's just exactly what are we making. But that's a great point. Having things ready where I can just kind of reheat it when I'm off on Sunday, maybe Monday, Tuesday specifically, because that's the first day, a couple days of the week. So I appreciate that. Ed Wright checks in. Best tip you can do is making the shopping list. And maybe even having the people deliver it or the curbside, the pickup, which is a great idea. And then for every great tip, there's Lou. There are no tips. You just survive. And Lou, that might actually be
pretty good tip.
That might actually be the best one. I appreciate it. So let's go to the phones. I appreciate everybody that's helping out and for the people that are calling in to help out. And I know a man with a lot of experience. And, of course, I respect everything he says. And that's M from the Northeast. What's up, M? How are you today?
Gentlemen, great show. I'm 72 years old. What do you want to know?
Everything, M, please.
Hey, listen.
Everything you know.
I've been a principal and a headmaster. Every place I've ever gone, we've opened up a daycare. So I have expertise there. But I'm going to give you a piece of advice. Everybody listen, get close to your radio. Don't say the following words to your dear wife. I did this for you.
Yes.
No, don't say that.
I got you. Yes.
Do
it's
not
a good point.
say that. You are about to enter the exhaustion zone, and all of your plans lose right. The guy that said there are no tips. Everybody's individual experiences are different, but you need to look around. Do the dishes need to be done? Does the floor need to be vacuumed? If you don't have a Roomba, and I just got one in the last month, buy a Roomba.
Christy's been pushing me for one, too. And she's listening right now, so thanks a lot, Em.
I'm telling you, I'm addicted to it now. The floors have never been so clean. All right, so do that. That's one thing that you'll be able to take off your list. As far as when you go into a daycare, you should go in with a legal pad, or better yet, come up with your 5 questions in order of these are my, I'm going to die on this hill. And you print it out, and then you make copies so that you have and leave spaces in between so you can give the answers. If you go to a small daycare, if it's a small school, does the principal come to meet you? Does the head of the daycare come to meet you? If you ask a question and they say, well, that's a tell. You
That's
might
a
want
sign.
to put them further
Okay.
down on your list.
Well,
And
right now, I have people coming to the house to watch them, family members. So that's a couple of years from now.
Okay, that's good. I understand all that. For instance, one of the questions you want to ask is and this is for everybody that's out there, if your wife is still nursing, you ask a question about, well, what about the security of the milk? How do you know that it goes to each children? And they'll answer that question, and they will probably say that we mandate that you bring in milk which is already labeled. And that's what you want to hear. Really, that's what you want to hear. So get ready, because it is going to be exhausting.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
Things that you used to do that you're not going to be able to do, but you just got to remember that we all love Cooper.
Oh, thank you, Em. I appreciate it, man. And I'll be buying a Roomba before I know it. What's up?
Last thing, go Phillies.
Em, I know you're fired up, man. I appreciate the call. I appreciate all the tips. I know he's fired up about the Phillies. I am definitely fired up.
Dude, the Roomba. It's a way to go.
Let me see. Has she texted me already?
So it's, a little pricey, but, it's great. My girlfriend will come home, and I'll be like, got the kitchen done for us. Kitchen is clean. She's like, thank you. Very appreciative. All I did was press on and go run on the treadmill, and I'm good to go, and it's done by the time I'm done. They are extremely close.
The thing is, I still have to vacuum the steps.
Well, I mean, it's cutting time down, that you're doing. Instead of vacuuming the, living room, that, and the steps, you're just vacuuming the steps.
I can hold the baby and do that.
You're just making life more complicated for yourself, dude. All right, don't get the Roomba then.
I might not, but she's probably listening right now. She's probably like, see, I told you. Dom checks in. He's home with his 5-month-old from 3:30 until the end of the day, 2-3 days a week. All right, so I'll be doing 4 days a week. He asked me what time does Cooper go to bed, because his kid goes to bed at 6:30. Mine does not. Cooper likes to stay up and hang out. He goes to bed typically around 8 o'clock. So he said, mine goes to bed at 6:30, and then I think about dinner. Listen, I ain't waiting until 9. That ain't happening.
That's like breakfast for you at that point.
Yeah. Yes. This man gets hungry, all right? Especially when I'm dieting. My big meal today is dinner, all right? I ain't waiting until 9 o'clock. All right, that's not happening. So he's pretty good where I put him in the seat. We have one of the high chairs, and I bring him into the kitchen with me, and he watches me, and every once in a while he whines, and so I start moving the chair around my foot. Yesterday, dude, I'm mastering things, right? At least I think I am. Had a little zucchini yesterday on the side of our main meal, and the high chair is wheels, so I had my foot moving the chair back and forth while chopping.
So you're in a rhythm with the knife.
Oh yeah,
and
the
with
chop and the high chair was in rhythm, and I was very impressed with myself, actually. And I said, I got this thing down. But Christy was also in the house, so if I needed to, I could have called her. That won't be the case.
No.
Let's go to Edith. Edith, please help me. I know you can.
Andrew, hi.
I love you.
You are going to be fine. You're going to be fine.
Thank you.
You've been with that baby for 4 months, and every baby is different. Every situation is different. One night he might go to bed at 8 o'clock. One night he might go to bed at 10 o'clock.
Yep.
So you're going to have to kind of just figure it out. You're not going to hurt him. He's going to be fine. You got to calm down because you're nervous.
I am nervous because it's the first time. Look, I've been alone with him. That's nothing new. But it's going to be. This is now 4 days a week, man. I am getting home, and it's father-son time for hours every day.
And you'll be fine. And I mean, if he's like my girls, I didn't have boys, but I had girls. But my girls like stimulation. And back then Barney was on the TV.
Yeah.
So whatever I, when I was in the cooking, like I did like you, I put them in a high chair. I had a TV in, where they could watch it. I could see them, I could hear them, and that helped me get through dinner, get my dinner done. Because my husband didn't come home until I got home about 4:30, 5 o'clock. And he's a carpenter. He's tired. He's going to take a shower. He had to chill out for a little bit. And we eat dinner around 6 o'clock. So, I mean, you'll be fine, though.
All right. I hope so.
I think you'll be fine. You will. You will. You have to just play it by ear.
I know. There's no planning, right?
It is no planning.
Yeah, see, I'm a planner, and that's terrifying.
Guess what? You'll get over that. Because Cooper's going to let you know. You'll see the things that going to make him happy, and you'll see his moods, because sometimes they may be, when they start cutting teeth, you got to deal with that kind of situation.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we all been in the same boat you're in. All of us have been new parents when we first had our children, and you learn from it. You learn what.
And that's why I'm asking for your help, and I appreciate everybody that's checking in. I really do.
Yeah. So, but you're going to see, even though you're getting all this information from everybody, your son is unique.
Yeah.
And he's different from everybody else's kids that's giving you this advice. My advice to you is you're going to be fine. You play it by ear. You know him. You know his little quirks and things, and you'll be fine. And it'll be okay. Don't worry.
Any tips for me personally? Should I just have extra beer lined up? Just
have a couple glasses of wine like at night if you want to. You and Christy, that's what y'all have to do. I mean, she's on her feet, so I know I'm on mine.
Yeah, you nurses. I love all of you, and I, even though COVID is not as bad as it was, I still think we need to still show more and more love to our nurses. I don't want that to just be done.
And the healthcare workers, all of us. So,
all of you. So thank you, Edith. I really appreciate it.
And good luck with him. Good luck with him.
Thank you, Edith. I appreciate it. She's a sweetheart.
Oh, my God, yeah. That's part of the other issue, though. You're not drinking during the week anymore, are you?
No, I do one day during the week. I have, I'm not, getting blitzed. Like Wednesday.
Glad to hear that.
Wednesday was my one day during the week. I had 2 Coronas. Like, that was it.
How good they taste.
Oh, my God, dude, it's delicious.
But that's part, and it is what it is. But that's just another thing going against you here. You can't have that glass of wine or beer or 2 every single night after dealing with everything.
Yeah.
Just to take the stress away.
So that might change. that might change for all I know. By the way, Christy has texted me saying, "Told you."
Get the Roomba.
About the Roomba.
Just do it.
Alyssa checks in. Crock pot. Yes, thank you. Throw chicken, pork, whatever in before you go to work, and it'll be done by the time you get ready to eat it. I love a pulled pork slider, Alyssa. I do.
Oh, man.
I love a pulled pork slider.
So good.
Problem is she doesn't eat pork. She doesn't eat beef. She eats chicken. Like, that's it. That's all I can freaking
do. A pulled chicken?
Yeah, I can.
Barbecue pulled chicken. We did that a couple weeks ago. Delicious.
Yeah. So we'll make it work. I have other questions I have. Totally unbaby related that we'll get to later on in the show. Just check out my Twitter account at asaltunis975. asaltunis975. Tweeted it out before the show. Because I'm talking, I told you, we're also trying to eat healthy. Today is cheat day in the Sal Tunis household. And I put out a list of questions, food-related questions. Your go-tos. And if you could check that out and continue to respond to it, I would appreciate it. I'm going to read some of the great responses. And I have members of the Fanatic checking in, like the Bro and Dylan and Connor. And I can't wait to hear yours, Tom. And I can't wait to read more on the air. But it is cheat day. And I can't wait for it. 610-632-0975. So I'm going to need some help with that. But mainly the baby thing. That one's a little bit more important than my cheat day today.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. So if you could help me out, I really do appreciate it. I see Rob and Ben and Vince. I'll get to you. Thank you. I see all the tweets. I see all the YouTube. Please, thank you. I really appreciate it. We'll continue that conversation. Phillies and Eagles on the table. Your top 3 most important Eagles players heading into this season, not including Jalen Hurts. I want to hear your answers because NBC Sports Philadelphia put together the top 25. You don't have to agree with everything in the top 25. I don't. But I want to hear your top 3 most important Eagles heading into this upcoming season. I'm Andrew Saltunis, filling in for the Cuz right here, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Fanatic Sports Update.
Baseball is back. I'm Tom Alborn. This update is brought to you by Maine Office of Tourism. Fresh lobster, melted butter, and a toasted bun. Simple, pure, incomparably delicious, incomparably Maine. Visit Maine.com. This message sponsored to you by Maine Office of Tourism. Yes, the Philadelphia Phillies will once again be playing baseball in South Philadelphia as they begin the unofficial second half of the MLB season. The Phils look to extend their 3-game win streak as the 35-57 Chicago Cubs come into town for a 3-game series. Projected starters for the Phillies this series will be Kyle Gibson tonight, followed by Zach Wheeler and a TBD for Game 3 on Sunday. Philadelphia currently finds himself in the 7th and final wild card spot in the NL, 8.5 games back of the Mets in the NL East. And the Eagles' official Twitter account teased the announcement of a new alternate black helmet this morning. This is the first season the NFL will allow a team to wear 2 different helmets in season. Keep it locked to Fanatic all day for breaking news and information. I'm Tom Alborn. You're listening to 97.5 The Fanatic.
and Gargano. Weekdays 10 to 2 on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Hi, it's John Kincaid from my friends at Copair Health, and I've reached the 3-month mark, down 23 pounds. And I have so many dreams about getting 10 more pounds off, as I've set 33 pounds as my target goal. It has been so easy with Copair Health because Copair Health coaches you through the process. You may be a guy who wants to lose 40 or 60 pounds. I'm promising you, they can get you on the right track, and by the time the holidays roll around, you're going to be feeling better. I know this. I feel better when I'm at the pool and I take my shirt off. I feel better when I'm putting on my clothes and everything fits a little better. And I've also been giving a ton of clothes away because I can't fit in them anymore. These are all the benefits. Plus, there's psychological benefits. You feel better with Copair Health. At coparehealth.com, Vance has coached me through the process. 3 months, 23 pounds. I'm loving it. Here's what I want you to do. Save hundreds. Contact Copair Health. coparehealth.com, and you can save hundreds on your program. All you have to do is mention John Kincaid from The Fanatic. Copair Health. It's changing my life.
When a person is injured in a place of business or is the victim of a crime in those same places, what happens immediately afterwards is so very important. Let me explain. When you're injured or attacked in these places, you can make a claim, but it's on you to prove that the situation that caused your injury was known or should have been known by those in charge. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. So here's what's important and here's what we do. The sooner we can get our SWAT team out to investigate, the better. And listen, those responsible will work fast to repair and even hide what happened. And if you can't prove your case, you can't win your case. Time is of the essence. I even recommend having someone go back with their cell phone to take pictures before you hire us. Don't let delay cost your family. Our injury SWAT team is ready to roll 24 hours a day. Injured? Dial Pound Law on your cell. Pound Law, that's all. There's only one Morgan & Morgan.
Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Concerts, festivals, family gatherings.
There's an Everfresh juice for that.
Shooting hoops, sitting on the stoop.
There's an Everfresh juice for that.
Picnics, pool parties.
There's an Everfresh juice for that.
Days on the beach, nights on the town.
There's an Everfresh juice for that.
Crack of the bat, peanuts and hot dogs.
There's an Everfresh juice for that, too.
There's an Everfresh juice for every occasion. Everfresh has over 40 flavors to choose from, including our premier apple juice line with your favorite apple to eat. Now available in a bottle to drink. Just twist the cap. Everfresh juices and juice drinks. Nature's refreshment.
Look for delicious 100% juice Honeycrisp apple or any Everfresh juice or juice drink flavor at Bound Beverage on Easton Road in Warrington.
Is sports betting about to become way more fun? You bet. Because the BetParx app has a brand new sports book. Live bets and parlays? You bet. Instant deposits and incredible app experience? You bet. Plus, your first bet is risk-free up to $750. So, are you already a winner just for signing up on the BetParx Sportsbook app? You bet. BetParx. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. Pennsylvania and New Jersey only.
You know, energy costs can dramatically affect your company's bottom line. How about putting 30 to 40% of those costs back into your company at little or no cost to the company? At Beyond the Bulb, they provide energy efficiency upgrades to commercial and industrial customers in the PECO and PPL utility service areas. They're energy efficiency experts. They were just awarded the PPL Direct Discount Contractor of the Year. They're going to use local rebate programs to help offset the costs to your business. So go to beyondthebulb.com. That's beyondthebulb.com, or dial 484-246-6542 for a brighter bottom line.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
It's not easy being the one everyone counts on to keep the facility running, no matter the weather or supply chain hiccup. But we get you, Raymond in Buffalo and Maria in Miami. Jules in Minneapolis, and Stan in Central Indiana. Taking control of everything that's under your control. At Grainger, we're here for you with experienced branch staff at over 250 locations so you get the product you're looking for. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
In the heat of the moment, you keep it calm and cool with a $3 medium ice cold brew. And not just any cold brew, but one that's slow steeped and mixed with brown sugar and molasses flavor. With a cold foam infused with brown sugar coolness and a cinnamon sugar sprinkle on top. That's keeping it calm, cool, and cold brewed. With Dunkin's new brown sugar cream cold brew, now $3 along with all medium cold brews. America runs on Dunkin'. Participation may vary. Limited time offer. Terms apply.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station, home of the most entertaining sports talk in Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Just ahead of 12 o'clock, 11:58 to be exact, right here on 97.5 The Fanatic. I'm Andrew Salchunas filling in for the Cuz. He will be back on August 1st. We've got a lot in store for you today that we've already brought up, and we have more to come. I just mentioned my tweet from this morning regarding some cheat day food, so I'm excited to have some fun with that later on this hour. But I still want to focus on the Phillies and Eagles, and of course, I'm asking for your parenting tips, as I do often, because I know there's a lot of great parents that listen to the program, as Christy goes back to work on Tuesday of next week. So I need your help of my daily life now that will be 4 days a week when I get home and around 3 o'clock, and I have the baby the rest of the way until Christy gets home around 7. I have to, take care of dinner, take care of the house, take care of all that kind of stuff. But, not just like me and my woes, but like, prepping meals so that my life is a little bit easier. Prepping lunch so that she has lunch every day for work instead of, having to go to the cafeteria every single day, right? So we've all that kind of stuff that I kind of want your help with, even though a couple of people have told me there's really no tips and you're just going to have to kind of do it. So we'll figure that out. I'll get back to the phones in a second. We got Rob, and I can't wait to talk to Uncle Frank because I know he's going to help me out. And you can climb in after that, 610-632-0975. But, Tom, we've been going through this as the days have gone on. Madden has been dropping their top 10 ratings per position for the upcoming Madden 23.
Yes.
They just dropped the quarterbacks.
Oh, is that right?
Can you guess numero uno?
I would say probably Patrick Mahomes.
Wrong.
Josh Allen.
Wrong.
Aaron Rodgers.
Wrong.
What? Tom Brady?
At 97.
Oh, my God.
Tom Brady still ranks as a 97.
Yeah, great first half against the Rams in the playoffs, dude. Awesome.
Yeah, but dude, he had a ridiculous season last year.
He did. I know. Didn't
he break his own records last year?
Probably.
Like, he had a ridiculously good season last year.
But first?
So Tom Brady is a 97. Aaron Rodgers is second at a 96. Mahomes third at 95. Allen fourth at 92.
That's bad. 92?
That should be higher.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because he literally can do everything, right? He's athletic, speed, arm strength. Like, if you're doing franchise mode, do they still do franchise mode? I remember they got rid of it.
Yeah.
But they bring it back where you could do the fantasy draft.
Yeah.
Is that back? Okay.
They did it at least last year.
Okay. That's why I kind of really stopped playing Madden. I love fantasy. I'm a geek.
I know.
Like, I do it with every single sport there is. I do the fantasy draft. It's more fun that way. Josh Allen would be the quarterback because he's got the strongest arm, so you can literally run any route and you're going to win.
And he can run, scramble, get out the pocket.
That would be your first pick.
Yeah, probably.
Video game wise. Number 5 at a 90. Joe Burrow. Now, you go, okay, well, that's fine. The ESPN, remember the ESPN top 5 quarterback list? They have the same 5.
It was 5th, right? He was 5th,
yeah.
Burrow? Yeah.
It's just the only difference is Rodgers is 1, Mahomes was 2, Allen was 3, Brady was 4. Burrow was 5. That was the ESPN top 10 list. Those were the first 5. It's Brady, Rodgers, Mahomes, Allen, Burrow.
Listen, man. Bro, coming off a torn ACL. Second year goes to the Super Bowl. People are very excited about Joe Burrow, as they should be. He's a really good player.
Can you guess number 6, Tom?
With the way you're talking, I feel like I can with that attitude. Is it Dak?
Dakota Prescott.
Oh, wait, over Justin Herbert,
Over
Lamar
Justin
Jackson,
Herbert, Lamar Jackson, Russell Wilson, Matthew Stafford.
That's
Dak Prescott's an 89.
It's a joke.
Herbert is an 88. Wilson an 87. Lamar an 87. Matthew Stafford just an 85.
So wins the Super Bowl, beats Joe Burrow, beats Tom Brady, and is an 85 overall.
Let's see. What was Matt Stafford's Madden 22 rating?
I feel like it'd be higher last year. Like 85 seems low.
Matt Stafford. Oh, no, that's the stupid cards. Can I, not the cards? He was an 88 last year, it looks like.
So he
actually dropped.
He wins his first Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And first playoff game, I believe.
Yep.
And drops 3 rankings.
He drops, yeah.
That's the way to go, Madden.
And then there's Dak Prescott. So I know Madden's not real life, but crazy. They have Dak Prescott 6th. Jason checks in the crock pot. A lot of people saying crock pot. So I appreciate everybody tweeting in with the crock pot. That is definitely going to be in play. So let's go back to the phone, 610-632-0975, and go to Rob in Lancaster. Rob, you're on the Fanatic.
How you doing, Tuna?
Great, Rob. How are you?
I'm good, man. Hey, I just want to say, you might want to get the Hello Fresh or something like that. We did that, me and my wife. We have a 21-month-old and a 7-month-old.
Yeah, you know what? We did that when we were dating and engaged, and then we stopped doing it. I liked it. I'll be honest, dude. I get hungry, man. I was still hungry every single time I did it.
You double up. You add another person. Get some more meal. I'm a big guy.
Oh, dude. I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah.
It's a genius move, Rob. Wow, you are smart. I appreciate that.
The list of the Eagles players. Dallas Goedert. If tight end goes down, what are we going to do?
Yeah, you know what? It's a great point. So Dallas Goedert on their list was at number 9. I heard the morning show having this conversation the other day, and it was spot on. If he goes down, he's a big part of your offense. And, right now, Tyree Jackson's your second most talented tight end, but he's starting the list on the pup list, starting the year on the pup list. And then you have Stahl? He's not really going to take you to the next level.
Exactly.
Rob, that's a good point, man. I seriously.
Tunas, can I give a yo?
Yeah, what do you got, Rob?
My brother, my best man, my godfather to my children, just graduated nursing school from Rutgers in June. I want to give a yo out to him.
Oh, well, that's awesome, Rob. That's really cool. What's his name?
It's Johnny.
Johnny? A yo to Johnny. Thanks, Rob. I appreciate the call,
because we got a yo.
Yo.
So yo to Johnny. I also have a yo. Now that we're in the yo season, I'll continue it. Okay. So there's something going on tomorrow. It's a football charity event. It's called More Than a Game, and it's at the Klinger Middle School, which is on Street Pike in Southampton, Pennsylvania. Again, Klinger Middle School, Street Pike, Southampton, PA. It is tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., and it's a free football event for kids ages 6 to 15. So you do not qualify, Tom. I apologize. But a free football event for kids ages 6 to 15 tomorrow, 10 to 3 at the Klinger Middle School, Street Pike in Southampton, PA. They're going to work on skills and drills, teamwork, and goals setting through football. There's going to be barbecue, which is awesome, face painting, bounce house, obstacle course, and a DJ. So you're doing some football drills, but it's also going to be a party. And the funds that will be raised are going to the Grace Project's Give a Little Hope program, which benefits kids impacted by illness, poverty, and addiction. So an incredible event, a free event for football players, kids ages 6 to 15, but all the funds that will be raised there are going to the Grace Project's Give a Little Hope program, which benefits kids impacted by illness, poverty, and addiction. Again, that's tomorrow, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., Klinger Middle School, Street Pike in Southampton. I love when we are able to use sports to couple, charity events. So I think that's really cool that's going on. So make sure you check that out. Again, a free event, but every dollar that's raised is going through an incredible program. So make sure you check that out. Let's go back to the phones and go to my man, Uncle Frank. Frank, what's going on, man?
Happy Friday, boys.
How are you today?
Andrew, I wake up, I'm great, man.
Well, that's great.
Listen, man, good content all week, buddy boy.
Thank you. It's been a lot of fun, man. It's been a lot of fun, and Tom and I are together next week as well.
I don't, as far as with the baby, and we were just lucky that Mean didn't go back to work.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know, maybe keep the vape near you, just keep you relaxed. I don't
hear you. I hear you.
I hear you. So I'm pleased to report your bar car is stocked with high-end provisions.
Yeah, that was the point of the All-Star break. So thank you for taking care of that. I appreciate it.
Well, you know, I kind of drink the profits, but it's okay.
That's fine. Listen, it's a party.
Guys, it's certainly hitting weather. My God.
Yeah, it's toasty. I was telling Tom I have my Sunday league, and because I haven't been able to play as much because of the baby, I have to not play a full game, but appear in one more to be playoff eligible, which begin in 2 weeks. I think it's crazy that we have playoff eligibility rules in Sunday baseball, but whatever. So I have to show up to the 100-degree day on Sunday. Can't wait.
My daughter is having my granddaughter's 6th birthday party. 30 adults, 15 kids Sunday.
Oh, God.
But
good luck.
They'll all be in the water. All right. So, you know what? Let me sidebar real quick.
Oh, of course. There wouldn't be an Uncle Frank called out a sidebar.
I don't even know why I mentioned that. You know, if Dos Equis does the most interesting man campaign again, they should use that Mensa Marvel Dave from Center City.
Oh, he'd be perfect for it.
My man, he's a mover and shaker.
Hanging out with Bubba Wallace. I wouldn't be surprised if he's in the car with Bubba this weekend. The way he talks about it.
Yeah.
He's sitting passenger seat with Bubba Wallace.
Hands on the dashboard, Dave. So I'm hoping and praying that Castellanos gets his groove on. I don't know, man. It's half a season.
Yeah, he's been struggling, and it's been more than half a season.
Right, and JT gets re-energized. So, you know, Bryce and Segura come back. They make a little run, is my wish.
Yeah, I think I don't think it's a wish. I think they're a playoff team. I don't have to wish it. My question is just, you know, is it going to be a sweat toward the end of the season, or is it going to be, hey, this team's on a roll, and they should come out the gates on a roll. They're playing the Cubs, who stink. It's going to be a tough series against the Braves, but then you have 4 against the Pirates. They should win a lot of games to start this second half.
Exuding excitement, man. I love your attitude. Do I have a quick Eagles
You have
point?
10 seconds.
Well, all right. I'm excited to see Kazir White and Nakobe Dean, whose reaction time is sick. I think Nakobe Dean starts, I don't know, 4 or 5 games in.
Okay. I listen, I think he's going to be a guy that's going to be a big player this season. And, Frank, I appreciate the call. Enjoy your weekend. I think he's going to have a big role on the defense this year. I really do. I think they're going to depend on him, and I think he's going to grab the bull by the horns. I'm really fired up for Nakobe Dean this season. Now, he brought up during this call Nick Castellanos. I know we have a poll up and running. It's almost as if we told Uncle Frank to do it. We didn't. But, Tom, poll of the day brought to us by who, and what is it?
The poll of the day is brought to us by Marvin E. Cans Heating and Air Conditioning. Marvin E. Cans Heating and Air Conditioning is open and able to assist you with any emergency service and replacement needs, including installation of air scrubbers and other air quality products. Visit marvinecans.com on the official 97.5 The Fanatic Twitter account. What player has the biggest turnaround in the second half of the season for the Phillies? You have 4 choices. You can always comment and let us know if you have another choice. Nick Castellanos, JT Realmuto, Ranger Suarez, or Corey Knebel. Right now, Castellanos is winning at 68%. JT in second at 23%. Suarez at 7%. And Corey Knebel a measly 2%.
Wow, nobody likes Corey Knebel.
No.
Nobody likes
their
Corey
big closer signing this past offseason.
$10 million he got this year.
And he was good for 3 weeks.
And I was all about to sign.
Same.
I didn't think he's going to fall apart like this. Now, I think he's been good out of the higher leverage situations. I also do believe, I will say this now, I think he has a good second half of the season. If you remember, I'm pretty sure Girardi was still the manager. He was dealing with shoulder stiffness, and there was a game, I forget who they were playing, and he blew the save. He literally couldn't throw a curveball. He couldn't snap.
He was strictly doing fastballs at like 96, 97.
Because his shoulder was messed up, and he could only throw fastballs, and he wasn't finding the zone. And so it's 3-0, 3-1. He's got to pump one right down the middle of the plate, and guys are swinging away, and he blew the save that day. And that was one of those moments where you're like, yo, Joe, you got to warm somebody up now. Like, the guy's clearly not feeling right. And then I remember Girardi talking about the shoulder stiffness, saying we're going to give him some time, and then he pitched 2 days later. I'm like, what?
But he won't pitch dudes 3 days in a row.
Wait a minute. You won't pitch guys 3 days in a row, except Joris Familia. He did that.
Ah, yeah, awesome.
But Corey Knebel has shoulder stiffness. You're going to give him some time off. He pitches 2 days later. What? So Thompson is the manager for 5 seconds and takes him out of the closer role. And, you know, he's looked better in some of his outings recently. Maybe because he took some time off, and maybe the All-Star break will do him some good. So I believe Knebel will have a better second half of the season. I know there's still talk about putting him back in the closer role. I wouldn't do that.
No.
It's Sir Anthony Dominguez, unless you do the Dominguez 8th inning thing where that's when the heat of the order is. And then you go, all right, who's the better option, Knebel or Hand, depending on who's coming up to bat. I would much rather have a 9th inning closer. I do. But the beauty of this bullpen is you have 3 guys that have 9th inning experience. And I say it over and over again. There's something with the mentality of pitching in the 9th inning. You could have the best stuff, but the second you step on the bump in the 9th inning, like Hector Neris, you flame out. You're great in the 8th inning, but there's something weird about the 9th inning. The beauty of this team is you have 3 closers. So Sir Anthony is your best arm. You could use him in a high leverage situation in the 7th or 8th inning, and you're not going to get burnt in the 9th when it's Brad Hand or Corey Knebel, because they have done it successfully in the past, and I think Knebel's going to get better. If I were to make a guess, or actually set an answer other than Knebel, it would be Real Muto. I thought he was swinging the bat well. Dude, I don't know what it was. I don't know what the deal was offensively with him. I think he's swinging the bat better. We'll see coming out of the break. Castellanos just looks lost. Like, he has bad body language.
Yes.
Like, he's Embiid, right, when it comes to when things aren't going well. Dude, he strikes out, and it's just like just there's no life. And I'm like, oh, man, dude, what the hell?
And we were really excited about him coming in because there was some energy to him. There was some attitude to him. I mean, we always go back to that interview he had after the Reds lost, the first game of the season, and he goes on a 30-second rant, and he's like, I just don't want to finish or start 0-2 or something like that. It's like, where's that guy been all along? Like, hey, if you're not gonna produce anything at the plate or in the field, by the way, at least give us some energy. Give us some life.
What was the this is how I pay for my family. I make a living.
Yeah.
I didn't go to college. I play baseball, like one of those. I need to do this well to, help my family.
Might need a college application there, bud.
Like, well, I mean, look, he's got that $100 million guarantee. That ain't going anywhere.
But we're 92 games into the season now. Like,
yeah,
the turnaround has to happen now.
Yeah, like one of the responses to the poll on the Fanatic account is from Bill Brown. He says, needs to be Castellanos, needs in all caps, can't say it will be. And he's right. John from the Northeast checks in. If it's Castellanos, along with the MVP returning, then the Flames are playing postseason baseball for the first time in 11 years. You and I talked about that. Could you imagine if he does come close to that Castellanos we saw last year in Cincinnati?
Second half bats like 300 with 20 homers.
It would be,
oh, my God.
And Schwarber's still going to have his power numbers. It might take a little bit of a step back. Like, I don't think he's going to finish with close to 60 home runs, but he's still going to have that powerful swing. If you can add somebody to the lineup, if Castellanos gets hot with Bryce Harper when he comes back, look out.
And
this
Reese, by the way, might be your best pure power hitter.
This team's dangerous. Absolutely dangerous. So thank you for the poll. Let's go back to the phones. Tim in Avalon. Tim, you're on the Fanatic.
Hey, guys. So I was just driving through D.C., and I heard a very interesting take on the Commanders. And I won't say the station, but
I think it was the Fan, correct?
Yeah.
Yep.
So they said that the Commanders are going to go 10-7 and take the division. And basically, it was going to be on the back of Wentz. And I wanted to hear your take on that.
So I'll say it, and I said it earlier this week, and or it was last week. I forget when I said it since I've been filling in for Anthony. All the days blend in together. Carson Wentz. We know the dude's talented, right? He's just a mess. He makes very bad decisions on the field. Locker rooms clearly don't really like him. Ownership in Indianapolis didn't like him, which is why they couldn't wait to ship him out of there. But he is talented, and he has a great weapon in Terry McLaurin, a great running back or an up-and-coming running back in Antonio Gibson. And remember, Washington's defensive front is all first-round picks that underperformed last year. I would not be surprised if Wentz plays well that team does flirt with winning the division. I still have the Eagles winning it, but I don't think they're going to go 5-12, Tim.
I don't think they're going to go 5-12. I just don't think that they have the tools and the leadership to take that division.
But they have a great coach in Ron Rivera, right? Like they have a great coach and they have a talented quarterback who now this is easy to say, Tim, it is, but Carson Wentz has to have had that come to moment, looking in the mirror and going, wow, this is my third team in 3 years. I better get right.
Yeah, that's very fair.
I mean, listen, and here's the thing. As easily as I could say that, he could be the reason they blow up, right? Like, he could be terrible. He could throw left-handed interceptions in the end zone again. He could have 15 fumbles like we have seen. If he doesn't get better, if he doesn't work on his mistakes, then it's a wrap, and they're not winning anything. But I do kind of have a little bit of fear, Tim. I'll be completely honest with you.
So the other take that they had was that they would 100% take Carson Wentz over Jalen Hurts. And I wanted to hear your guys' opinion.
Yeah, you know what, Tim? I appreciate the call. I saw that yesterday. Adam Kaplan, Inside the Birds. You hear him doing stuff with Jeff Mosher. They were on the station last year every single Monday. And it'd be great to have him back this year. But yeah, Adam Kaplan, he was on one of the shows in D.C., and they asked him, Carson Wentz or Jalen Hurts. Now, we know that Adam Kaplan's been covering the league for a long time. He's been doing a lot of stuff in Philadelphia. He picked Carson Wentz over Jalen Hurts. Anthony has said it before. If he could take Jalen Hurts' head off his shoulders and then put it on Carson Wentz's body, you'd have a ridiculously good quarterback. Hurts' smarts and Hurts' ability to not destroy a locker room with Wentz's arm strength. Maybe add Hurts' legs because he doesn't have the ACL injury in the past. I know that Adam said Carson Wentz, and I know that a lot of people in Philadelphia got nervous. Ceiling-wise, I still say Wentz. Ceiling-wise. Do I have anything to back that up recently, last 2 years? No. Wentz is gone, right? That's done. I don't regret it, right? I don't regret it. You see what happened in Indianapolis. I don't regret it. You hear the story about him and Darren Sproles getting into it because Nick Foles was winning the Super Bowl, and it's been backed up by a lot of other players from that team. He's a bad dude. I don't want Wentz here anymore. But if you were to ask me who has the higher ceiling, you say Carson Wentz. And I that shouldn't be offensive
when
to
it comes
anyone.
to strictly talent on the field.
Yeah,
yes.
That shouldn't be offensive to anyone.
I mean, we've seen the good Carson Wentz games. We saw one against, who was it, the Ravens last year, Ravens-Colts, where he went 350 with 3 touchdowns or something like that.
He had a good season last year, statistically.
Yes.
It was the final couple of weeks. He also missed a game because of COVID, right? And that hurt the Colts. He missed a game. Their backup quarterback didn't win. And then he couldn't beat the Jags at the end of the season when the Jaguars were falling apart. And so, look, they shipped him out of there. And they didn't want to deal with him anymore. So I don't want him as my starting quarterback. But if you're talking talent and if you're talking ceiling, you still have to consider Carson Wentz over Jalen Hurts. Do I like Jalen Hurts more as the dude and as the quarterback of my team right now? Yes, I do. I do. But talent-wise, it's Wentz.
And this could be a different conversation, next year at this time. If Hurts can take that next step, and can prove that he does have a higher ceiling than just an average quarterback.
Yes.
And Wentz has a similar season to last year where there's really good high moments, but then the low moments are very low and they miss the playoffs again, could be a completely different conversation. But right now, on July 22nd, 2022, I think, you could have an argument that it is Wentz.
Higher ceiling for Carson Wentz. 610-632-0975. Now, coming up next, we will get into this cheat day conversation later on in the segment. But at first, Tom has a question about the Sixers. I'm already telling you my answer is yes. But Tom has a question about the Sixers that will open up to you as well on the phones at 610-632-0975 because I know that not everyone is sold like me. All right? Fanatic Friday, presented by PumpManPhilly.com. Need a water pump expert for your facility for 24/7 emergency repair or pump replacement. Count on Pumpman Philly, the guys to know to fix your flow. Here Tom's question next on the other side. Now, start of the second part of the baseball season is tonight for the Fightins, and you can turn Ks into cash and big hits into big wins with FanDuel Sportsbook in partnership with Valley Forge. Now new customers can step up to the plate and make a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. Just sign up with promo code Fanatic to place your first bet, and FanDuel will give you up to $1,000 back in free bets if you don't win. I think you can bet the Fightins to win the series against Chicago. I think that is a smart bet to make. I think they win tonight with Gibson on the mound, and if they win tonight, they definitely win the series because Wheeler gets a start in Game 2 of this series. This is the start for the Fightins to make that push to really make it to the playoffs. FanDuel, they have so many great promotions. I love when I win because when I do, I get paid faster than a fastball right down the middle of the plate. If you're new to FanDuel, there's no better place to bet America's pastime than on America's #1 sportsbook. So download the FanDuel Sportsbook app and sign up using promo code Fanatic to get started with your no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. Must be 21 plus and present in PA. First online real money wager only. Refund issued is knowledgeable site credit that expires in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Fanatic Sports Update.
Phil's finally back. I'm Tom Alvord, and this update is brought to you by Audible. Take Audible along this summer and listen to best-selling audiobooks, exclusive originals, and podcasts. Start with a free 30-day trial at audible.com. Yes, after 4 days off, the Philadelphia Phillies will once again be taking the field to begin the unofficial second half of their season. They start off with a 3-game series against Chicago Cubs at Citizens Bank Park, the first of 6 straight home games for the Phils. Philadelphia comes into the series with a 49-43 record, good for the final wild card spot in the NL, while the Cubs sit at 22 games under 500, not 12, 22 games under 500. The projected pitching matchup for tonight's game will be Kyle Gibson for the Phils and lefty Justin Steele for the Chicago. First pitch is at 7:05. And the Eagles' official Twitter account teased the announcement of a new alternate black helmet this morning. This is the first season the NFL will allow a team to wear 2 different helmets in season. Keep it locked to the Fanatic all day for breaking news and information. I'm Tom Malborn, and you're listening to 97.5 The Fanatic.
It's the Cuz, Anthony Gargano. Weekdays 10 to 2 on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Hey, kids, I'm going to Wawa. Anybody want anything? It's Hoagie Fest. Hoagie Fest is here. So, classic meatball and classic Italian with cherry pepper relish. And a new picture frame.
Wawa Hoagie Fest is back. Whatever your order, summer tastes better when it's full of hoagie love. Get $5 shorties and $6 classic hoagies. Limited time only. See store for exclusions.
There's an epic cookie battle happening right now at Wawa. Will it be Oreo cookies and cream frozen beverages? Or will you choose Chips Ahoy cream smoothies, milkshakes, and more? If you can't choose one, go for both in our limited time ultimate cookie mashup. Made with real pieces of Oreo and Chips Ahoy cookies. 2 legendary cookies, 1 epic frozen treat. Gotta have a Wawa.
Hi, it's John Kincaid from my friends at Copair Health, and I've reached the 3-month mark, down 23 pounds. And I have so many dreams about getting 10 more pounds off, as I've set 33 pounds as my target goal. It has been so easy with Copair Health because Copair Health coaches you through the process. You may be a guy who wants to lose 40 or 60 pounds. I'm promising you. They can get you on the right track, and by the time the holidays roll around, you're going to be feeling better. I know this. I feel better when I'm at the pool and I take my shirt off. I feel better when I'm putting on my clothes and everything fits a little better. And I've also been giving a ton of clothes away because I can't fit in them anymore. These are all the benefits. Plus, there's psychological benefits. You feel better with Copair Health at coparehealth.com. Vance has coached me through the process. 3 months, 23 pounds. I'm loving it. Here's what I want you to do. Save hundreds. Contact Copair Health, coparehealth.com, and you can save hundreds on your program. All you have to do is mention John Kincaid from The Fanatic. Copair Health. It's changing my life.
Stars and Stripes Harley will pay your sales tax promotion on any pre-owned Harley this week only.
Hello, Tug D. Nut Wrench Esquire. Stars and Stripes Harley doesn't intend on paying or avoiding your sales tax. That's just a no-brainer.
Sales tax is the amount of your discount on any pre-owned Harley. Stars and Stripes Harley is part of the #1 volume Harley dealer group in the Northeast. You don't need perfect credit, don't need a cash down payment. 100% of all credit applications considered, and every pre-owned Harley discounted by your sales tax at Stars and Stripes Harley now through Sunday.
It's John Kincaid. You know, there's only one thing I really need to be happy. That's keeping my wife happy. And that's why a beautiful backyard paradise at our new home from Landis Block and Concrete will do the job for me. Beautiful patios, an outdoor kitchen, a fire pit, a retaining wall, whatever we want. Landis Block is going to be my resource for outdoor living. You just need the imagination, the space, and a budget. So lean on them. Trust them. You're not going to have to worry about a thing. Check out the photo gallery at landisbc.com. That's landisbc.com, because Landis Block is going to create the Kincaids, a jaw-dropping outdoor paradise.
Jamie Lynch here. Buying new windows shouldn't feel like you're at a used car dealership. You want straightforward, fair pricing, no surprises or fine print, just quality craftsmanship at a fair price. Work that stands the test of time. For nearly 70 years, the Subers family at S&S Remodeling has delivered quality craftsmanship at fair prices. Whether you need a roof, windows, doors, or other work done on your home, go to ssremodeling.com for a free quote or call 610-936-8382. S&S Remodeling, making customers happy since 1953.
At CSL Plasma, you can make up to $825 this month when you donate plasma at any of CSL Plasma's tri-state area donation centers. That's money you get on a reloadable, prepaid card for doing a good deed. Plasma donations help create therapies to treat patients with rare and serious diseases, and donations are needed now more than ever. The donation process is a lot like donating blood, with a nice chunk of change in your pocket when you're done. As a thank you for your time, you don't need an appointment to donate. Walk-ins are welcome.
This radio commercial was made to convince you to stop speeding. We can't use siren sound effects on the radio, so we'll use other equally jarring sound effects to get your attention. Like telling you that whether you drive a little over the speed limit or a lot, you can crash just the same. You could hurt yourself, or worse, others.
I'm at the scene of the collision.
And the damage you cause will be beyond repair. See? We didn't have to use crash or siren sounds after all. Speeding catches up with you. Brought to you by NHTSA.
Progressive presents Don't Do It Yourself.
Okay, fixing a water heater. Easy peasy.
Oh, yeah? So you know how to secure the skiff joint?
Yeah.
Detach the steam pump?
Takes 2 seconds.
And fasten the dew bolt to the pressure tube?
Yeah, my dad taught me how to do that.
Oh, that's interesting, because I made all those things up. Look, we should just bundle our home and auto with Progressive. We could save big, then pay someone to do it for us.
That's cool. This dooble's the wrong size anyway.
Save when bundling home and auto with Progressive and use the money to, not do it yourself. Coverage from Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers. Bundle discount not available in all states or situations.
Last year, over 2 million people called us in their time of need. When life changes, clients choose us. When results matter, clients choose us. When the stakes are high with just one shot, clients choose us. From coast to coast, morning, nights, anytime, any day, clients just like you choose Morgan & Morgan. So after an injury, who would you choose? There's only one Morgan & Morgan. ForThePeople.com.
Didn't get the chance to hear your favorite Fanatic host today? Go to 97.5thefanatic.com right now and download the Best of Show Daily Podcast. Brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. Use promo code FANATIC when using the DraftKings app.
.30 97.5 The Fanatic. I'm Andrew Salchunas, filling in for the Cuz. 12 o'clock hour, brought to us by Service First. Heating and air conditioning. Get 0% financing for 72 months and a $500 rebate when you purchase a complete heating and cooling system from Service First. Learn more at servicefirsthvac.com. 1 o'clock hour is going to be fun. I can't wait because you're going to help me figure out my go-to cheat day menu today, and I'll explain more coming up in a couple of minutes. Also, I saw something on Twitter yesterday that was really cool. Apparently, there is a museum of failure in Sweden, and it is all the inventions that just didn't work out. And a guy on Twitter yesterday posted like the top 10 that he saw at the Museum of Failure. And so we'll have some fun with that in the 1 o'clock hour as well, and that'll be your chance to win FanFest tickets. But before we get to that, we're going to continue our conversation on the Eagles and the Phillies. Phillies are about to start the unofficial second half of the season tonight. Kyle Gibson getting the start for the Phillies. I think they win this series against the Cubs. I'm not saying I think they beat the Braves in the 3-game series in South Philadelphia. I hope they do. That'd be awesome. But then I think that they beat the Pirates. It's a 4-game series. They should win at least 3 games in that series. And if they do enough, right? If they do enough to show management, they're already buyers, but show that they should be a little bit more aggressive with the trade deadline. That's August 2nd. That excites me, man. The fact that we're going to get even closer and maybe even more out of management from the Phillies, and then maybe they make a deeper push for the playoffs. Because what I would love to see is a non-sweat-filled remainder of the summer where I'm not going, oh, my God, they needed to win that game, right? I would appreciate that, Fightins. Please, it's been 11 years since they made the playoffs. But I teased it going into the break. Tom texted me a question this morning, one of our topic ideas for you, the audience. And, Tom, I'll let you be the one that brings it up on the air. And if you guys want to discuss it, the phone number is 610-632-0975. I'm already telling you that my answer is yes, and I'll explain more why. But, Tom, what was your question for me this morning and for the audience?
Yeah, so James Harden obviously has officially agreed to return to the Philadelphia 76ers, a 2-year contract, $64 million, I believe it is, off the top of my head. So he's here. That's official, and that was a big point of the offseason. Like, we knew that Harden was going to wait to see what Daryl Morey could do with the rest of the roster. When it was complete or close to complete, Harden signs, figures out the money. There it is. So, Andrew, there is a real possibility that this is the set roster that we are going to see game 1 of the regular season next season. There's still rumors about Tobias Harris potentially, Matisse Thybulle potentially. There might be a veteran minimum or two. But for the most part, there's a very high chance that this is the roster going forward for next season. Are you fine with that? Are you comfortable with that? Is it enough for you to be comfortable saying that this team is better than last season and one of the better teams in the Eastern Conference? And if that is the case, how good is this team actually when you compare it to the rest of the Eastern Conference and the rest of the NBA as a whole?
Yeah, I feel good about it. I mean, we've talked about it. I loved those quotes from James Harden in the Crispy Haynes article. And I know when we talked to Tom Moore yesterday, Tom even said it like, hey, I know that he said that in Chris's article the other day, but when we spoke to him all last season, he kept on saying he was fine. So what really is it? And he believes it's probably somewhere in between. And he's probably right. So was James Harden 100% last year? No. Is it as bad as it may have been how it sounded with Crispy Haynes? Maybe not. Maybe not. I can only take James Harden's word for it. It's his body. So, he's the only one that knows. If James Harden is the James Harden that we saw with the Brooklyn Nets, where he still can be a dominant scorer in stretches. I'm not saying 60 games, in 60 points in 5-game stretches. I'm saying a guy that can light it up for 20 to 30 points on a given night. He can take over a game and drop 10 and a quarter or 12 and a quarter, whether it's the first quarter or the fourth quarter or coming out of halftime, where James Harden could really light things up. I think that's a Harden that we can and should expect this season. Obviously, we know that he's a good facilitator. We had a guy the other day who said he never realized how good of a passer James Harden really was. If you weren't watching Houston James Harden, and if you didn't pay attention to Brooklyn James Harden, of course, if you didn't pay attention to Oklahoma City James Harden, you're not going to know that because you only hear about the scoring for James Harden. But yes, he has always been an incredible facilitator, and now he is Joel Embiid to work with. We saw what he did with Tyrese Maxey when things were going well at the very beginning. And Tobias Harris showed a little bit more life at the end of last season. I'd be curious to see what they would get for Tobias Harris if they traded him. But the question is, the team right now, this is the team going into the 22-23 season. Am I happy with it? I am, because one of my biggest things was well, A, is James Harden going to be better next year? And I'm kind of betting that he is. But the biggest thing they needed to improve was the bench. And they did that. There's still questions with the bench for a lot of people. Do I think Daniel House is going to completely change the way this team goes? No, I don't. But he's a better option than, Furkan Korkmaz, right? Who maybe Korkmaz is supposed to be a better three-point shooter, but he's not. But Korkmaz literally couldn't do anything. If he wasn't shooting the ball well, he did nothing. He had no offensive game, no defensive game. DeAnthony Melton, is he a starter? Is he a bench player? I'm guessing he's a bench player because everybody's starting five seems to have Harden, Maxey, Harris, Tucker, and Embiid. So that means Melton's coming off the bench, and that's a pretty nice piece to have off the bench, an athletic wing player that can hit the three ball and that can actually play defense, right? He's a real 3-and-D guy. Matisse Thybulle's role diminishes, but he can at least just go out there and play defense. And if you're only playing 10 to 15 minutes with Matisse Thybulle, that's a pretty good defensive force to have for 15 minutes. You're forced to play Paul Reed this year. Forced to. You have no other backup big other than Charles Bassey, so it's going to be one of the two. I'm not the biggest Paul Reed fan, but let's see what happens with more and more time on the court. So I look at this team. The area that they needed to really work on was the bench and depth, and I think they did that. George Niang is now a role player as a three-point shooter and not your sixth man. So, yes, Tom, I like where they are at right now. The buyout period was not the buyout period we expected last year. Hopefully it is this year. There's still thoughts that maybe Patrick Beverley gets bought out, and maybe these Sixers could acquire Patrick Beverley, like you said, a couple of still veteran minimum guys. I like where they're at right now. And so, I know that was very long-winded, but you asked the question. I'm good with where they are at right now. You? What do you think?
I'm good with where they are at right now as well.
Okay.
I said it a little bit earlier in the week. I think this season has the potential for us to be looking back at this season in years to come and be like, this was the best opportunity the Sixers had to win a championship with James Harden. I really believe we may be looking back on this season with this roster, and that will be the case because you have James Harden, you have Tobias Harris, who, even though he's making a ton of money, really good in his role last season.
Yep.
Joel Embiid coming off 2 straight second-place finishes in the MVP. Tyrese Maxey, a rising superstar. Rising all-star.
Right, yeah, rising all-star.
Potentially making like $3 million this year. You have probably the deepest bench you've had in the Joel Embiid era here in Philadelphia. Like DeAnthony Melton, I like a lot. Daniel House, I like a lot. PJ Tucker, we signed him for a 3-year contract. He's probably going to be the best in that 3-year contract the first season of it, this next season. I think he's going to have 2 good seasons in that 3-year contract. Some people think it may be 1. Regardless, I feel like the best shot you have with PJ Tucker, the best PJ Tucker you are going to get is season 1 of this contract. So I'm comfortable with where this team is at. George Niang, as you mentioned, he's like your 8th or 9th guy off the bench instead of being your 6th guy. I'm ready for Thybulle to be gone. But if he's going to be here in a bench role playing 15 to 16 minutes where he's not strictly relied on, to play 30 minutes or so like a starter would be, I think this team is very well set up for next season. And coming into this offseason, I thought we were going to get one minor move, and that was it.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, dude, there was a time where I was saying what veteran minimum guy would want to come here because I didn't like what I expected to see. I really enjoyed the DeAnthony Melton move, but I kind of thought that was it. Like, I really did. I didn't think James Harden was going to rework his contract and work alongside Daryl Morey and the team to try to do what's best for him. And P.J. Tucker is a very important piece because for the first time since Jimmy Butler, you have attitude on this team. For the first time, everybody, well, not everybody, but maybe like 4 or 5 players said in their exit press conferences that there wasn't enough mental toughness on this team in the playoffs. Multiple players stated that. George Niang stated it. Danny Green said it. Joel Embiid said it. Pretty sure James Harden said it. Like, there were multiple players that mentioned a lack of mental toughness on this team because there's a lot of youth, but then there's not really that guy who grabbed the leadership role. And maybe a guy like PJ Tucker coming in here brings a little, everybody's doing the whole that's dog in him, right? He has a little bit more dog in him than most players in the NBA, especially on the Sixers. So I like that attitude change that you finally have. My man, the NJ betting guru, checks in. Who, by the way, just check him out. You'll win some money. He checks in. He goes, "Bro, what are you smoking? Give me a couple hours." Sixers second round exit at best once again. Now I know the guru is not the biggest Embiid guy. If Embiid's healthy last year, I will say it over and over and over again. If they don't beat the Heat, it's not the way it looked, right? Like it's a much better contest. He had a fractured orbital bone. I believe they would have won the series had he been healthy, even with the thumb. I'm just talking about the face. Like, I think that mask, and again, you get smacked in the face by Dwayne Dedman. You're now kind of afraid to go back down low again. I don't blame him for it. It's a fractured orbital bone, man. I think they win that series if the orbital bone never happens. I do. And then they're in the Eastern Conference Finals, and they break that streak of not getting out of the second round since 2001, right? They finally break that streak. The other thing is, yes, Harden didn't step up. I'm betting on him, my man betting guru, that he does. And finally, the bench was so weak that Doc Rivers saw the slightest life out of Furkan Korkmaz, that all of a sudden he got a lot of run the last couple of games in that Heat series. He doesn't have to play anymore, Korkmaz, at all. So I go, look, bench improved, Embiid's going to be healthy, hopefully, right, for the playoff run. And I think James Harden looks a little bit better. And maybe going into this season, they kind of have a plan for James Harden. Remember, he was the guy in Brooklyn for 2 years, 1.5 years. He was the guy. Durant missed a lot of time. Irving missed a lot of time. Harden did not miss a lot of time until the end, and then he got traded. So I feel good. I know NJ Betting Guru is not the only one that thinks they're a second-round elimination team. We've been having the conversation. But Tom asked that question. I answer it. I feel good. I want to hear from you at 610-632-0975. By the way, I went through the Madden rankings for the quarterbacks. Jalen Hurts is a 74 this year, up from a 71.
That still feels low.
It does feel low, but
3 points improved. I mean, that sounds right.
We'll see. Hopefully it gets up to the 80s.
Yes,
Let's go
nice.
to Tasty Cake Dom. Dom, what's going on, man?
Andrew, Tommy, how are you?
Great, Dom. How are you?
I'm great. Andrew, you made my day today because I was behind the Walmart, and I'm walking to get into the store, in the back of the store, and my buddy Rob is listening to you guys on the app, on his cell phone.
Thank you, Rob.
And he wanted me to thank you. He said that that man, Andrew, in the back of these trucks was murdered today. But he wanted me to thank you for the distraction because he said you and Tommy were doing lights out.
Oh, listen, man, with that heat, you take care of yourself out there, man.
That made me very proud of you guys.
Oh, that's
and
nice.
I think you guys are awesome. It's great. So, Andrew, the second half of the Phillies, I got a question for you and Tommy.
Mm-hmm.
Can my boy give us 10 great starts in the second half?
I don't know, can he? I'm honestly asking you.
Well,
because here's the thing.
Always,
Here's the thing.
He always fades.
I think he has. I don't think it's a lack of stuff. I've never said it was a lack of stuff. I think it's something upstairs. Now, he's a different pitcher this year. He is. He's attacking the zone differently this year. I love it. Maybe they worked on him. Can he get past these September struggles? Because I remember last year, before September even happened, somebody asked him about this, like, what are you doing differently this year about the September struggles? And he said, I don't want to hear about my September struggles. And then he ended up having like awful starts in September, and that's part of the reason why they collapsed. Somebody's going to ask him that question again this year. What's the attitude like this year? I hope that changes.
Because, Andrew, you would agree with me, right? That if Nola gave you 10 great starts in the back end the last 2 years, the Phillies were a playoff team both years.
Maybe not both years, but definitely last year. Because if you remember, their bullpen was spent, and then Wheeler would have to go. Wheeler would have to try to go 8-9 innings every single start. And I swear to this day, the reason why he lost to Cy Young was because he'd be dominant through 7, and then he'd give up a couple of runs in the 8th inning, which would raise his ERA a little bit. He would have won Cy Young had that not been necessary. They would have been able to go to the bullpen earlier, but unfortunately, that wasn't the case.
Yeah, I have to tell you that I'm so excited for these next couple of months, Andrew, because I love this Phillies team.
Oh, yeah.
I think the Sixers I think they revamped their team. I think they're going to be. I'm going to think they're going to be really good. They got to do it, but I think the Sixers are going to be really good, and I already told you, I think the Eagles win 12. So it's going to be a great couple of months coming up.
Yeah, honestly, man, I'm excited, and that's why I kind of had that topic the other day when I remembered my prediction at the beginning of the decade where they would make 9 championship appearances. And thanks for the call, Dom. I appreciate it. You know, I thought they would have 9 championship appearances. Clearly, it's not going so well to start the decade, but I was wondering, can we see 3 or 4 by the time 2030 hits, by the time a new Sixers arena is built, right? And I like the direction where 3 of these 4 teams are heading. There's only one team that I don't even know what the damn direction is. I know somebody this morning was very high on the Flyers. We don't have to get into that because I don't agree a little bit. But, yeah, you know, I think those other 3 teams, the Sixers, Phillies, and Eagles, all have arrow pointing upward, and I feel good right now. Let's go to Kurt on the cell. Kurt, you're on the Fanatic.
Hello.
Hey, Kurt.
How you doing? Andrew, you might remember, whenever I call in, I get this little disclaimer. I'm the guy who has the 3 sets of twins and how much they ate and stuff like that.
Yes.
So, yeah, I was the stay-at-home dad, and then I was the working dad who took care of kids while the wife was out of town.
Okay.
Every week because she traveled a lot for work.
Okay.
So, yeah, crock pot is your best friend. If you can on Sundays, make meals that are easy to reheat, and that way it's less to think about on the day. You're just reheating something, or your wife, like if you're leaving too early, your wife on her way out will just turn the crock pot on.
Oh, no, she leaves before me, man. She leaves before me, gets home after me. I give her a lot of credit.
Oh, man. Well, yeah, but crock pot is your best friend, and pre-cooking on the weekends, and that'll help you out a lot.
Yeah, the pre-cooking is definitely going to be something that we have to work on because we don't plan necessarily too well. But now we kind of have to. We kind of have to at this point. When it comes to meals, and we're good planners, at least I am. But when it comes to meals, we're not the best planners.
Okay. But man, I hats off to you. I love it when fathers are that involved. It's needed, and man, enjoy every single minute.
Kurt, let me ask something real quick because you said you had 3 sets of twins. So Christy had this like feeling that we were gonna have twins, right? And we didn't, you know, we have just Cooper, and we still sit here to this day and go, my God, I don't know how we would have survived if it was twins. Dude, how'd you do it 3 times?
I'm going to tell you, it's like, so I had cancer twice and beat it twice, and people are like, oh, you're so strong, you're so this and that. No, you just do it. You just do it. And the best times are when one kid is somewhat sick and stays home, and I get to experience what it's like to have one. And it's like, oh, it is easier because in my head, I can't see where it's easier.
Right.
You just, because one child can be just as demanding as 2.
Yeah, I got you. I guess when there's 2, you're used to having the other one there, you know, growing up with it.
Exactly. And the one is going to demand all your attention.
Yeah, Kurt, that's a good point, man. I appreciate the call, man. Hope you continue to have good health. Beating cancer twice, that's awesome.
That dude is a badass.
Yeah,
he's beat cancer twice,
3 sets of twins,
and
dude.
3 sets of twins, and just do it.
So like
it's a Nike campaign.
Like we've honestly talked about this. Like, dude, what would have happened if we had twins? Because she's on leave by herself for 4 months, right? I'm out of the house. You know, when Cooper needs attention, what if the other one starts needing attention, right? Like, and then what do you do at night, right? Like, do you have your baby, right? Like would I have a baby and Christy have a baby? So if my baby starts crying, I take care of my. Like, is that like I don't know? Like, I don't know how twin parenthood works,
dude. Couldn't imagine.
And like, there was a time where I was kind of like, you know what, that'd be kind of cool, because I'm a get things out of the way guy. You know, I'm the dude. When you were allowed to still get bags at grocery stores that had like the, you know, up both arms, one trip.
Yes.
I was like, you know what? That would be so me to have twins, just to get both out of the way, right? If you wanted to have 2 or 3 or 4 kids, why don't you get 2 out of the way right away? Thank God that didn't happen. I would have loved both kids.
Yes.
But my God, dude, that would not have been easy.
Also, very quickly, the Phillies have 9 more games with the Miami Marlins for the rest of the season. Some big-time injury news for them is from Craig Mish, who does stuff for MLB Network. A CT scan on Marlins All-Star Jazz Chisholm says he has a stress fracture in his back. The timetable is approximately 6 weeks. So he is out, most likely for the next 6 weeks, as probably their best – no. Definitely the best player on offense.
Yeah, with Alcantara.
You have 9 games with them. The Phillies do, that is.
And, when's the first series against the Marlins? That's coming up pretty soon, right?
I think it's mid-August.
Mid-August, yeah. So you'll miss them then. Yeah, I mean, look, it sucks for baseball because he's one of the more exciting young players to watch. But, yeah, dude, that's some big injury news. Man, I'm just looking at the schedule, too.
Fluff piece.
Nationals, Marlins, Reds. Man, Reds for 7 games in the month of August.
They have to take advantage.
Phillies are going to the playoffs. 610-632-0975. All right, coming up on the other side. I've been excited for this all day. Not just because of the tweet, but because it's cheat day for me. We started the diet, Christy and I, workout program, you name it. But it's cheat day. And so I'm so fired up for tonight. Because I haven't done the cheat all day, right? Like you see me, I ate eggs and an apple for breakfast, had a little chicken salad on its own, no carbs, great. But I'm going to go all out at night, dinner and dessert. Okay, I can't freaking wait. So I'm asking, what is the go-to ultimate cheat day? And I put out some questions on Twitter this morning, so I'll roll through them. I know a couple people at the station have checked in, so I'm excited for it. Can't wait to hear Tom's as well. This is Andrew Salchunas, as you know. It is a pretty big deal to replace your roof. If it's leaking, you don't want that. You want to replace it, and you don't just want any company, right? Like you don't want some guy that just goes up there and patches it, and then all of a sudden it's leaking before you know it. You want roofing experts. So call New Look Home Design because they've installed over 40,000 roofs, and on average, they install 1 roof every hour, so you know that they have the experience and, of course, the professionalism that you're looking for. New Look offers same-day on-site or virtual estimates. So we know everybody's schedule is crazy, right? I've been talking about it all day, that I'm going to be the Mr. Mom for 4 or 5 hours every single day while my wife is at work starting next week. So we know that schedules and calendars are tough. So on-site or virtual estimates, they provide a 3D rendering of your home so you see exactly what your new roof is going to look like. And every estimate includes line-by-line pricing so you know exactly what you're paying for. There's no hidden fees, right? It's not like they say this price and all of a sudden you're paying a little bit extra or you're paying for something that you don't even know that's necessary. You know exactly what you're paying for. And in my opinion, best of all, they offer a lifetime warranty, so you know that they stand exactly behind their work. Now through July 31st, get 50% off all roofing materials. Plus, no payments, no interest financing for 12 full months. That's right. Get your new roof and make no payments at all for a full year. If you need a new roof or you're just exploring your options because you might need one soon, take my advice and call New Look Home Design. They're the roofing experts. Call 800-279-5300 or visit them online. NewLookHomeDesign.com. That's NULookHomeDesign.com. And tell them Andrew sent you.
Fanatic Sports Update.
Baseball is back. I'm Tom Malborn. This update is brought to you by Maine Office of Tourism. Want a private island? You can have one in Maine, at least for the day. Pick one, paddle out, enjoy. Visit Maine.com. This message sponsored to you by Maine Office of Tourism. Yes, the Philadelphia Phillies will once again be playing baseball in South Philadelphia as the unofficial second half of the MLB season begins tonight for them. The Phils will look to extend their 3-game win streak as the 35-57 Chicago Cubs come into town for a 3-game series. Projected starters for the Phillies this series will be Kyle Gibson tonight, Zach Wheeler tomorrow, and a TBD for Game 3 on Sunday. Philadelphia currently finds themselves in the 7th and final wildcard spot in the NL, 8.5 games back of the New York Mets. And the Eagles official Twitter account teased the announcement of a new alternate black helmet this morning. This is the first season the NFL will allow a team to wear 2 different helmets in season. This update is also brought to you by Martin Law. Martin Law, Philly's original law firm for injured workers. Schedule a free consultation today at paworkinjury.com. Keep it locked to the Fanatic all day for breaking news and information. I'm Tom Malborn. You're listening to 97.5 The Fanatic.
It's the Anthony Gargano Show on 97.5 The Fanatic. Fanatic Fridays are presented by PumpManPhilly.com. Need a water pump expert for your facility for 24/7 emergency repair or pump replacement? Count on Pump Man Philly, the guys to know to fix your flow.
Hey guys, Bob Cooney here. Start the second part of the baseball season turning K's into cash and big hits into big wins with FanDuel Sportsbook in partnership with Valley Forge. Now new customers can step up to the plate and make a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. Just sign up with promo code Bob, place your first bet, and FanDuel will give you $1,000 back in free bets if you don't win. FanDuel has so many great promotions, and I love it when I win that I get paid faster than a fastball right down the middle of the plate. Are you new to FanDuel? Well, there's no better place to bet America's pastime than on America's #1 sports book. So download the FanDuel Sportsbook app and sign up using promo code Bob to get started with your no-sweat first bet up to $1,000.
21 plus and present in PA. First online real money wager only. Refund issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
It's Hoagie Fest. Today's the day. Follow your taste buds. They'll show you the way. Hoagie Fest is here. Na, 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 na.
Wawa Hoagie Fest is back. Summer tastes better when it's full of hoagie love. Get $5 shorties and $6 classic hoagies. Limited time only. See store for exclusions.
There's an epic cookie battle happening right now at Wawa. Will it be Oreo cookies and cream frozen beverages? Or will you choose Chips Ahoy cream smoothies, milkshakes, and more? If you can't choose one, go for both in our limited time ultimate cookie mashup, made with real pieces of Oreo and Chips Ahoy cookies. 2 legendary cookies, 1 epic frozen treat. Gotta have a Wawa.
In just a few short weeks, we're going to be sending our college-bound student to her first fall semester. And many of you out there are in the same boat, but many of you are still trying to figure out how you're going to pay for it all. So here's what I recommend. Turn to College Ave Student Loans and take the stress out of paying for college. That's collegeave.com. You can see all of their loan options in action with their student loan calculator. You can apply in just 3 minutes. Building a private student loan that keeps pace with your family's budget and your students' goals. That's collegeave.com. It's a better student loan experience, relieving the stress of how you're going to pay for it all by going to collegeave.com. You log on tonight or this weekend with your college-bound student, and you do it together. And while you're on their site, be sure to enter the free textbooks for a year sweepstakes. It's just another way that College Ave can help you manage unexpected expenses along your journey. There's no purchase necessary to enter. See official rules for details at collegeave.com/free books.
Lawn and Golf Supply Company is the area's most recommended service center for all outdoor power equipment needs. They are the experts with over 80 years of providing the best service at the best price. Spring is here, and Lawn and Golf will keep your equipment running strong all season long. Whether you need service on your riding mower, chainsaw, tractor, power washer, or generator, Lawn and Golf has you covered. Ask about pickup and delivery for service equipment when you call. Check them out at lawn-golf.com. Lawn and Golf Supply Company. Everything turf.
Looking for a great place to check out this summer? Jamison Poorhouse is a Bucks County favorite. Enjoy beautiful indoor and outdoor dining and a delicious, ever-changing menu, carefully designed to highlight local traditional pub fare and seasonal specialties. Jamison offers creative cocktails along with one of the best craft beer selections in the area. Plus, every Friday, enjoy $4 Corona Premier drafts and Corona bottles. Jamison Poorhouse, 2160 York Road in Jamison, PA, Bucks County. For more info, visit jamisonpoorhouse.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
For over 35 years, Health Partners Plans has been proudly caring for people in the community. Our nationally recognized Medicaid plan offers a growing network of doctors and hospitals so you can get care close to home. Health Partners can help you get the care you need, including doctor and hospital visits, prescriptions, immunizations, eye and dental care, and more. To learn more, please call 1-800-553-0784 or visit hpplans.com. Health Partners, trusted care where and when you need it.
I wanted to know why some people who get COVID-19 get it so bad. I found out it may be because they have a high risk factor, such as heart disease, diabetes, being overweight, smoking, and asthma. Even if symptoms feel mild, these factors can increase your risk of COVID-19 turning severe. So if you're at high risk and test positive, there are things you can do, like asking your healthcare provider if an authorized oral treatment is right for you. Learn about an option at treatcovid19.com. This message is sponsored by Pfizer.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station, home of the most entertaining sports talk in Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
O'clock. 97.5 The Fanatic. I'm Andrew Salchunas, filling in for the Cuz. Final hour for the day. Final hour for the week, even though I work Saturdays. So I'll be back tomorrow morning, 9 to noon. And Tom Alvord. I'm sorry I didn't bring this up last Friday. You and Connor have been working Sunday mornings, correct? 9 to noon Sundays?
Yes, 9 to noon on Sundays.
So if you're tired of listening to me, but you do like Tom, Tom is on every Sunday from 9 to noon with Connor Thomas, who does great work with the John Kincaid show. So make sure you check them out on Sundays. And I'll be back tomorrow morning, 9 to noon. No Pat Egan tomorrow, even though we just started the show. Pat's already tired of me. No, this was a before the show started, pre-planned time off that he has. So it'll be me solo tomorrow on Saturday. So even though today's a Friday and it's a total Friday feel for me, I always kind of forget that I'm in the next day, especially because I'm still trying to get used to the schedule change. So I did Sundays for so long. Now I'm back to Saturdays.
Yeah, you did for what, like 4 years or something like that?
No, I did Saturdays for a bit, and then Tyrone started doing the Saturday show. So Jamie and I moved to Sundays just to work around the lineup a little bit.
Sundays for 4 years, I meant. My bad.
Yes. Yeah, so now I'm back to Saturdays, which is cool. It's like a totally different feel. Even though I'm still working 6 days a week, there's a different mental state that I have where I know my weekend starts Saturday at noon as opposed to Friday. Like, it doesn't make any sense, right? Regardless, I'm still working 6 days. Same time slot, 9 to noon, just Saturday instead of Sunday. But I love knowing that I'm done Saturday at noon as opposed to coming back Sunday at 9. Does that make sense? Probably not at all.
No, I think it makes sense because you have your entire day Saturday and then off all day Sunday rather than having your entire day Saturday, but then you have to work Sunday morning real
and
early.
then I'm back the next day, Monday. Yeah, so I prefer having the Sundays off. I really do. Because also, like, if I wanted to head down the shore and get down by 2 o'clock Saturday, I then wake up and it's all day Sunday as opposed to head down the shore Friday, do Saturday, and then either leave Saturday night. Whatever. It's basically the same thing. There's no reason. Honestly, there's really no reason why I should prefer one over the other.
Well, like if you leave Friday from here normally and you would be off Saturday and had to work Sunday, Friday you're getting to the beach by what, like 4 o'clock maybe, if you even want to go at that point.
I love it later on.
See, and I think you're in a, minority. I get not.
I could do 8 hours on the beach, but I do like it when the sun's starting to go down.
But now instead you can leave Saturday, get to the beach by 2, and have all day Sunday as well. So you're getting 2 full beach days if you go down to the shore, of course.
That's a good point. So yeah, I'll be on tomorrow, Saturday 9 to noon. Tom will be on with Connor Thomas 9 to noon on Sunday. So make sure you check them out as well. Phillies, Sixers, Eagles, all on the table right now at 610-632-0975. Want to hear your excitement for the Phillies, or lack thereof, for the unofficial second half of the season. They have 70 games left. I think that they are a playoff team. I expect them to be a playoff team, where I didn't really expect them last year. I know the Tunis train was born last year. I didn't really expect them to. I just was enjoying the ride, and I thought that there was a chance they could make the playoffs, and they could have made the playoffs. They should have made the playoffs, but they ultimately had to collapse. This year, I expect them to make the playoffs. They're a better team offensively. They're a better team pitching-wise. Their bullpen is better. The schedule is much more is very favorable to the Phillies. Even though they had a light schedule last year, it's a different team this year. It's a different manager this year who handles the bullpen differently, who handles the lineup differently. And you'll have some guys coming back. I mean, they probably shouldn't be winning right now, but they are, and they'll eventually have Bryce Harper and Gene Segura back. So I'm excited for the Phillies second half of the season. I want to hear if you are at 610-632-0975. Tom asked the question for the Sixers. If this is the roster going into the season, right, the James Harden deal is official. They might make one more move. They might not. But if the roster that you see right now, where you're starting five potentially is Harden and Maxey and Harris, Tucker, and Embiid, and then, D'Anthony Melton, first guy off the bench. House is a guy that's going to be coming off the bench relatively early. Paul Reed, your backup center, so that's 8. George Niang is now a three-point specialist. Matisse Thybulle only has to play 10 to 15 minutes defensively. That's a pretty deep roster, right? You don't have that crazy scoring threat off the bench, which they're going to probably want to do at the trade deadline or at the buyout market. If there is one, there wasn't really much of one last year. But you also have a pretty deep starting five that maybe you could have Harden on the court at all. Harden, Maxey, or Embiid, or Harris, one of those guys on the court at all times. Just make it work, Doc. I beg of you. So I like the way the roster is right now. And then the Eagles, NBC Sports Philadelphia, put together the top 25 most important Eagles heading into the 2022 season. They obviously had Jalen Hurts at number 1. You have to agree with that. But if we had an exercise where you said, other than Jalen Hurts, who are your top 3? I'd like to hear from you at 610-632-0975. Their top 10 was Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert, Javon Hargrave, Jordan Mailata, Darius Slay, Lane Johnson, A.J. Brown, Jason Kelsey, Hassan Reddick, and, of course, again, number 1 at Jalen Hurts. Now, Tom just sent me something. The Eagles, speaking of which, just unveiled the alternate black helmet for the 2022 season. Cool.
That's it? That's all you got?
That's it.
Ah, come on,
I just
dude.
want them to win, man.
We all do.
The helmet is pretty sweet.
That's a nice helmet.
I love when the Eagles rock the black jerseys. Anthony doesn't.
My dad doesn't either.
We always have that conversation. Oh, Eagles colors aren't green, right? We always have that debate. I love the blackout jerseys. I think it's really cool. The helmet is pretty awesome. It's pretty slick. So that'd be cool. I also would love to see Kelly Green. I know is that back this year or is that next year? Next year.
Next year, yeah.
So that would be cool. The Eagles always have pretty sweet jerseys. They do.
Definitely.
So that's pretty awesome. I'm excited for it. Nice.
That's it.
I know they put out the teaser video this morning, like all the tweets that popped up of when is there going to be an all black helmet. It is pretty sweet. I'm sure you're going to rock it on Madden 23, right? Did you change your jersey
Always
when you played
did the
Madden?
Kelly Green.
You did the Kelly Green.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
I would
do the white with Kelly Green wing or whatever for the away games.
Yeah, I did the old school Kelly Green helmet a lot. But then I would also do the black jerseys. The all black. Black top, black pants, so I would mess around with the jerseys too. So we got a lot of Eagles, Sixers, Phillies stuff on the table at 610-632-0975. But I also want to have some fun with this. Today's a very exciting day for me. Christy and I started a little diet plan. Somebody reached out to me. I will respond to you. I apologize that I haven't yet because she was asking for some tips. Look, I'm not like some beacon of health by any means, but, we figured something out that's going to be good for us. We kind of have our weeks planned out in terms of, all right, it's going to be a chicken dish Monday. We're trying to limit the carbs, you name it, blah, 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 blah. I don't understand how people can diet 24/7, 365 days a year. You need a damn cheat day. Okay, you do. And that's why today's very exciting for me, because it is cheat day. We didn't really cheat last Friday. So this is like I think we started at the end of 3 weeks ago, like over the weekend. So this is about day 16 of the diet, Tom, and I have not had anything unhealthy except for alcohol.
That's a good job by you.
I had a slice of pizza last Saturday. It was my uncle's 80th birthday. There was pizza. I didn't cheat on Friday. I had air fryer wings with no breading on it. So just like a couple, some
probably
seasoning.
delicious though.
Fantastic! Oh my God, dude, so
Very
good
clutch.
and actually not that unhealthy, right? So I had a slice of pizza. It was delicious.
I'll forgive you for the slice of pizza.
But other than that, I've been good. So today's cheat day. Now, I didn't do a full cheat day. A lot of people are saying, oh, don't do a full cheat day. It's going to set you back. One guy checked in saying, cheat day, don't do cheat days at all. You're going to set yourself back 3 days. I did it right. I lost 60 pounds on my diet. I don't need to lose 60 pounds.
Yeah, please don't.
I would probably die. I would hope I don't try to lose 60 pounds, okay? I would weigh in the 110 range. That's not healthy.
No, it's not.
So I'm not trying to lose 60 pounds. I'm not trying to get, like, cut. The reason why we're doing it, we're going to a wedding next June in Mexico. And we kind of set a goal like, hey, when we're in Mexico, let's look good, damn it. When we're on the beach, let's look good, right? When we first had the baby, it was not easy. 6 weeks in the NICU, making a lot of back and forth drives, a lot of takeout because we were spent, didn't have energy to cook. And then he came home, so that adds to it. And now we're trying to, turn things around a little bit. But we need a cheat day. So I put out a tweet this morning, Tom. I wanted to build the ultimate cheat day, or at least the ultimate cheat hour, because I'm not doing, I ate healthy for breakfast and lunch. So I put out the following questions. And Tom, I want to get your answers from it. And I got tweets from members of The Fanatic that I can't wait to read, and others as well. I know Tyler and Devon are here. So Tyler, Devon, I know you can hear me. I would like your responses to my tweet, ASaltunis975. Put it out right before the start of the show. Here were the questions. To build the ultimate cheat day. Your go-to fast food item or order. Your go-to happy hour appetizer. Your go-to snack from the frozen section and dinner from the frozen section. 2 separate items. And finally, dessert. So, Tom, I will start with you. Or do you need some more time? Because I do have some answers that I can get to.
I'm always thinking about cheat day.
Okay. And you've done good, right?
I've been trying to.
Your girlfriend's been out of town, and you've been still
a lot of chicken.
Eating healthy. What is your go-to fast food item or order? I don't know, like if you go to a fast food joint, do you just get one specific thing, or do you typically go with the meal plan or whatever?
I've been trying not to do the fast food. But if you have, a couple beverages the night before, you need something to soak all that up.
Yeah.
So the go-to fast food orders. McDonald's. First of all, McDonald's is the one.
Okay.
Top tier. Always will be. Quarter pounder with cheese, large fry, soda, and a McDouble thrown in there, too.
And a McDouble.
I can't have just the one sandwich. And that, dude, I am cured. You throw a Sprite in there, too, man. I could stop drinking 2 hours
Your dessert
ago.
was another burger.
Dude, and a McFlurry if we need to, but then I usually don't move for like 3 days.
Dude, how much did you drink the night before if you're getting that?
You never know. You know what I mean? But it's usually not that much.
And you knew exactly, you knew exactly what your order was. So you have done this a handful
for 4 years, man. It's, yes, longer if not. But yes, that is the go-to. It soaks everything up, and I am a new person right after. So
okay.
That is the fast food. But McDonald's, if I'm just talking fast food, McDonald's is always the go-to.
See, I'm pretty boring when it comes to fast food. I've told this before. I was a chubby child. I weigh less now than I did in middle school. Okay, so
it's all right.
That might also be why I try to go on these diets, because it's like a mental thing, because I went through some tough times growing up when you're the really fat kid, right?
You pass a mirror, you still see your 12-year-old self.
Oh, yeah, I go, I need to work on that now. So I ate a lot of fast food as a kid, but if I were to dive in, and I'm not saying this just because Wendy's is a sponsor. Dude, there's a Wendy's in Roxborough. The amount of times I have imbibed in Manayunk, and then I made my way on up, and at 10 o'clock it's drive-through only. I got to know some of the people that they would still hook me up a little bit. Dude, just a Wendy's Baconator, man.
Can't go wrong there.
Is still, it's like every time I see a Wendy's, and there's one not too far from my house where I live now, and it's like you remember Dodgeball, where he shocks his balls when he's gonna eat the pizza. That's like what I need to do. All right, because I see that Wendy's sign, I'm like, okay, I need that. So that's the go-to. Or I'm a Chick-fil-A man.
Chick-fil-A is right up there too.
And
so good.
I'm telling you right now, that will be one of the items tonight. Is a Chick-fil-A sandwich with the waffle fries and the Chick-fil-A sauce. Like, I already have that planned. This morning I woke up and said Chick-fil-A is on the menu tonight.
That's a good feeling.
As part of my cheat day. Your go-to happy hour appetizer. Now, you are a man who enjoys beer. You're a man that works at Yards Brewery, once a week. So you know all about the bar life. So what is your go-to happy hour appetizer when you go out somewhere?
So this one's tough because like everything pretty much. Like I'm not picky when it comes to happy hour.
Yeah, I
like,
got
I'll
you.
get anything. Do wings count as the happy hour?
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with wings, man.
Okay.
Wings are delicious. Also a big fried pickle guy. Very underrated.
The fried pickle, I'm not even that big of a pickle guy. The fried pickle is a good item. It's fried, so you can't go wrong with it.
Exactly.
Speaking of fried, I love a fried calamari.
Yes,
all right?
delicious.
And you get extra points as a restaurant if you also have the fried peppers that come on the plate. You automatically score extra points as a restaurant if you also add the fried pepper that comes with it, and then whatever sauce you have. I'm a sauce man. I'm a condiments man. If you have a good dipping sauce. So that is my go-to. Like
the dipping sauce can make the calamari.
Oh,
Obviously, you want the
100%.
right texture and stuff like that, fresh. But there's definitely dipping sauces that are much better than others out there with calamari. That makes it as well.
Your go-to snack from the frozen section of the grocery store.
Pizza bagels, man.
So
Love
I'm
me some
a
pizza bagels.
Tostitos pizza rolls man.
Okay. I like the bagels a little better.
So you're a bagels man. I'm a rolls man.
Those rolls are like 1,000 degrees as soon as they come out of the oven.
Yeah, that's
on the
why
inside.
that's why you got to wait a little bit. Or like me, you're a psycho and you don't actually follow the rules and you let it be a little still cool on the inside because that's what I do. I'll also give you like the TGI Fridays mozzarella sticks are in there.
How about the jalapeno poppers?
They're fantastic. And all that stuff is terrible for you. Like,
So
it's
much
awful.
salt. So much salt.
Those things are so bad for you. It is crazy, but it's cheat day. The go-to dinner from the frozen section. Now, as a guy who, before living with Christy, I was a hungry man meal guy.
Used to do that, too.
I had to. It also benefited me financially a little bit at the time. So that was up there for a while. I'm not going to do it, but I will tell you, I am not bougie whatsoever. I will go frozen pizza. I like ordering pizza, don't get me wrong. But, dude, you want to give me a frozen pizza, I will devour that sucker, and I don't care. I don't care what anybody says. I don't mean to offend anybody. The KGP, Anthony's probably listening to me right now. He's probably freaking out. Frozen pizza, I don't give a damn. It is elite. Every time.
You can get some very good frozen pizza at the grocery store. You can. Now, it's not going to be same as fresh right out of the oven at a nice pizza place or something like that, but it's still pizza. It's delicious regardless. I'm in with the pizza. You can also, Anthony's not going to like this one either, you can get some pretty good pre-made pasta meals in the frozen section as well. They'll have like the sauce frozen on the side. Those are very good as well.
Okay, that is, I've had it. Trader Joe's has a lot of good stuff like that. Delicious. I'm a Trader Joe's man. I will tell you this. I don't know if they still do it, but Aldi. They have a frozen pizza.
Dude.
That is elite.
Dude.
And it's huge.
Yes, massive. We had one a block and a half away from us when we lived in Brewery Town, Ronnie, right there. And, dude, I like once a week.
And did they have the deal?
Maybe.
So, at the Aldi in the Northeast, right off of Academy Road, that's where I lived for 2 years. They did it. It was like 2 for $7.50, full pies. So it was one pie was $5, 2 for $7.50.
I didn't see it.
I made no money, right?
Sure.
$7.50 wasn't even an hourly rate here when I first started, and so I had to buy that kind of stuff. And so I ate a lot of pizza. I gained quite a bit of weight when I first graduated college, making $0. But you had to do what you had to do. And, dude, it was like 4-cheese pizza or like meat lovers or all that kind of stuff.
Oh, my God.
The
So
Aldi
good.
frozen pizza
So good.
is elite. It's better than your DiGiorno's and all that kind of stuff. So I suggest anybody who's in the mood for some frozen pizza to go to the Aldi. Last one of the group of questions that I have on my Twitter account, ASalTunis975, and I promise I'm going to read a bunch of tweets that I got this morning and also other fellow members of The Fanatic. The go-to dessert. Now, this could be anything. You talked about the McFlurry. It could be your local diners, whatever. It could be your local ice cream spot. I will tell you right now, I bought it yesterday. and I've been thinking about it all day, just like my Chick-fil-A sandwich. The Talenti. Have you had one yet?
What is it? Talenti?
It's Talenti ice cream. It's like pre-made stuff. They have layers. Sometimes, like, it's literally, I have like a...
Is it a sandwich or is it like a pint of ice cream?
No, it's a pint of ice cream. But like, I literally got, I think I got the peanut butter fudge crunch one. Oh my
Sounds
God.
delicious.
Dude, just look it up. They have layers of the different, so you're literally eating through it and you're getting a bit of everything every single time. I discovered it right before we had Cooper. Christy wanted ice cream. I was like, you know what? This looks delicious. Let me just try this.
I've never seen these before
Dude,
in my life. Yeah.
They're $5 a pop, so it's a little expensive for that little thing. But on cheat day, I ain't messing around.
All right.
I ain't messing around. So your go-to dessert, Tom.
That's good
I might
to
have
know.
changed your life if you get one of those.
No, I'm definitely going to have to try that. Love me some mint chocolate chip ice cream. That is top tier. That is the best. Also, anything white chocolate. White chocolate is superior chocolate. It is.
I go dark, but I go dark over milk.
Dark is bottom tier. There's nothing. There's only 3. There is milk, white, and dark is 4th. Dark chocolate's gross.
No, it's not.
It's
fantastic.
gross. Anything white chocolate. I had white chocolate pretzels the other day. I ate the entire bag in once. Not the other day, a couple weeks ago. But I ate the entire bag.
Wow. So you're a big white chocolate man.
Oh, dude.
All right. Well, that's awesome. All right.
I will try the Talenti though.
So we got one segment left. It's a Friday, middle of the summer. It's cheat day for me, so I'm fired up, and I apologize. A couple people tweeted in earlier saying that I've been making them hungry with the tweets, and I apologize for that. But I can't wait. I'm going to read some more tweets coming up on the other side. And if you want to join in, give me your ultimate. I'll give it out FanFest tickets. You want to give me your ultimate meal, your ultimate cheat day meal, go-to fast food item, go-to happy hour appetizer, the snack and dinner from the frozen section, and dessert. 610-632-0975. Dalai Lama checks in. The Talenti is a gelato, and he's right. Sorry, it's a gelato, not an ice cream. Dude, I'm telling you right now,
I'm not picky with that.
It'll change your life.
I'm
Andrew Salchu, and his final segment ahead right here, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Fanatic Sports Update.
Phil's finally back. I'm Tom Alvord, and this update is brought to you by Audible. Take Audible along this summer and listen to best-selling audiobooks, exclusive originals, and podcasts. Start with a free 30-day trial at audible.com. Yes, after 4 days off, the Philadelphia Phillies will once again be taking the field to begin the unofficial second half of their season. They start off with a 3-game series against the Chicago Cubs at Citizens Bank Park. First of 6 straight home games for the Phils. Philadelphia comes into the series with a 49-43 record, good for the final wild card spot in the NL, while the Cubs sit at 22 games under 500. The projected pitching matchup for tonight's game is Kyle Gibson for the Phils and lefty Justin Steele for Chicago. First pitch is at 7:05, and the Eagles officially announced their new black alternate helmets on their official Twitter account. This is the first season the NFL will allow them to wear 2 different helmets in season. This update is also brought to you by Family Jewelers. Getting engaged? Visit Family Company Jewelers in Marlton, named SJ Magazine's best bridal jewelry store for 2022. Family and Company Jewelers, South Jersey's diamond destination. Keep it locked to The Fanatic all day for breaking news and information. I'm Tom Alborn. You're listening to 97.5 The Fanatic.
Anthony Gargano, weekdays 10 to 2 on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Hi, I'm Patrick Fingles, owner of New Look Home Design, the roofing experts. When you hire someone to replace your roof, you want a detailed upfront estimate and an expert to get it done right the first time. At New Look, we provide clear line-by-line estimates paired with a 3D rendering of your roofing project. On average, we install 1 roof every hour, so you know our team has the expertise to manage your project. And we provide a lifetime warranty on every roof installed. Find out why over 40,000 homeowners have chosen New Look to do their roof. From now until July 31st, get 50% off all roofing materials and qualify for 12 months, no payments, no interest financing. At New Look, you can depend on our 20 years of roofing expertise, honest estimates, and guaranteed customer satisfaction. Call New Look today at 800-279-5300. That's 800-279-5300. NewLookHomeDesign.com.
In order for small businesses to thrive, they need to be smart, efficient, agile, staying ahead of the market at every turn, and finding ways to do more with less. That's never been more important than it is right now. So for a limited time, Comcast Business is introducing Small Business Savings, a deal for companies across the country. When you call in now, you can get powerful internet for just $39 a month for 12 months. $39 a month. with no annual contract and a money-back guarantee. All on the largest, fastest, reliable network for small businesses, with the company that powers more businesses than anyone else. So if you're a small business owner, don't wait. Call and get started today. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Offer ends 9/21/22. Restrictions apply. New Comcast Business 50 megabits per second internet customers only. Requires EcoBill and AutoPay. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. Call or go online for details. After promo, regular rates apply.
Is today your lucky day? You bet. Because the new BetParks app is everything you want in a digital casino and sportsbook. It's easy to sign up, fun to use, and faster to win than ever before. And all new BetParks app users can choose between a $20 casino bonus or a $20 free sports bet. Which begs the question, is this the most rewarding casino and sportsbook betting app ever? You bet. BetParks. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. Pennsylvania and New Jersey only. Could your favorite casino app be even better and faster than before? You bet, because the all-new BetParks app has been built around what you really want. Easier sign-up, better gameplay, and faster withdrawals in all the slots and table games you love. Plus, make your first deposit and get a 100% match up to $750 and an additional 500 free spins. So, are all of your favorite games just a tap away? You bet. BetParks. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. Pennsylvania and New Jersey only.
Are you a self-proclaimed introvert?
Oh, 100%.
You'll love Bite. You can align your teeth with confidence without ever having to leave your home.
No dentist visits?
Not when you order clear teeth aligners from Bite.com. That's BYTE.com. Bite's at-home treatment plans are doctor-directed and start as low as $82 a month. Order your at-home impression kit for just $14.95. That's over 80% off. Just visit Bite.com. That's BYTE.com. Start your clear aligner journey with Bite.
It's John Kincaid. You know, there's only one thing I really need to be happy. That's keeping my wife happy. And that's why a beautiful backyard paradise at our new home from Landis Block and Concrete will do the job for me. Beautiful patios, an outdoor kitchen, a fire pit, a retaining wall, whatever we want. Landis Block is going to be my resource for outdoor living. You just need the imagination, the space, and a budget. So lean on them. Trust them. You're not going to have to worry about a thing. Check out the photo gallery at LandisBC.com. That's LandisBC.com, because Landis Block is going to create the Kincaids a jaw-dropping outdoor paradise.
Kelley Blue Book is the one-stop shop for pricing, fixing, selling, and instant cash offering. Instant cash offer is exactly what it sounds like. An official offer to buy or trade your car. Just enter your VIN or license plate, answer a few questions about your car's history, and what kind of condition it's in. In minutes, you'll receive an offer to sell or trade your car that you can be sure is fair. Then choose a dealer to purchase your car and schedule a time to meet. For all of the its, KBB.com.
When you get a call from a top NBA player who was injured in a car crash by a drunk driver and faces a career-ending injury, you know you must bring your A game. And you also feel grateful that your reputation as the world's largest injury firm with hundreds and hundreds of verdicts and billions in recoveries for our clients has been recognized. Results matter, reputation matters, choices matter. There's only one Morgan & Morgan, for the people.com.
Buffalo Wild Wings has happy hour bar food from 3 to 6, Monday through Friday, and great deals on drinks all day. It's the perfect way to offset a long day. Text that hilarious joke about your boss to your boss.
What? No.
Try a $3 Wild Herd by Goose Island. Set your morning alarm for 6 p.m. That calls for $5 strawberry margaritas. So if you ask your phone why you're still single and...
Ha ha ha. Seriously?
Head to Buffalo Wild Wings. At participating locations, taxes and fees apply. Dine in only. Drink responsibly. Offers vary by location. Void where prohibited.
Hello? Whether you're at home or on the go, listen to 97.5 The Fanatic on Odyssey on your smartphone, Roku, LG Smart TV, Waze, and more. That's Odyssey, AUDACY. Check it out now. More of the Anthony Gargano Show now.
On 97.5 The Fanatic.
1:30, 97.5 The Fanatic. I'm Andrew Salchunas. I hope everybody's enjoying their Friday. Fanatic Friday, presented by PumpmanPhilly.com. Need a water pump expert for your facility for 24/7 emergency repair or pump replacement. Count on Pumpman Philly, the guys to know to fix your flow. The number to get in is 610-632-0975. Yes, we have Eagles and Sixers and Phillies all on the table, but we're really closing things out as well with the ultimate cheat day meal or items, okay? Just, I can't eat all of this in one sitting. I will probably die. But I might be able to space it out. I really think I could space this out. Also, depending on my state, which I might enjoy cheat day a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? It's Friday. I know I'm working tomorrow, but might be a fog. No Pat, so it's just me. Whatever. So I might be able to take care of all this. But the questions that I have on my Twitter account, ASalTunis975, your go-to fast food item or order, go-to happy hour appetizer, the snack from the frozen section, and dinner from the frozen section. 2 different items. 2 different. And then finally, dessert. I forgot to mention one dessert, Tom. At your local Acme or ShopRite, you can get the mini Carvel ice cream cakes with, like, the chocolate crumbles on it.
Like the whole personal cake? Like the small
No,
one?
with, like, the little ones, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Still a good amount of dessert.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to eat the whole thing, but
all right.
Christy and I have, we've crushed it over a weekend, like a Friday, Saturday, Sunday special.
I thought you were saying, you just get one for yourself and you're good to go.
No. It's the two of us. It's a 3-game series. That mini Carvel ice cream cake. Got a lot of them when she was pregnant. Yeah. A lot of them. They are still freaking delicious. There's something about those chocolate crumbles that are the best. That might be better than
good.
That might be better than your white chocolate. Those little crumbles, I don't know what the deal is.
It's definitely better than dark chocolate, but I don't know about that.
I love a dark chocolate.
So
I really do.
They are delicious, though, the crumbles.
All right, so some responses via members of 97.5 The Fanatic that has come in. We'll start with the D train, Dylan McKinnon. His go-to fast food item or order, which not as advanced as yours. What was yours again, Tom? Your go-to fast food?
Advanced, dude. Quarter pounder.
No, advances. You had 85 different items.
You asked me a question. I answered the question, dude. I don't know what the issue is. Quarter pounder with cheese, large fry, a drink of some sort, McDouble.
Yeah, and then a McDouble.
Maybe a McFlurry. Depends on how the night before went.
And I love how you try to space it out. Yeah, quarter pounder cheese with fries. Oh, and also a McDouble.
While you're at it, just throw a McFlurry in there, too.
Dylan goes with the Wendy's double medium meal with fries. Now, what's a double medium meal? I'm guessing that's a medium, like one of the medium patties.
Is that a large?
Yeah, I would think so. Again, I haven't been to fast food places in a while, so let me just look up what the Wendy's, because I'm guessing it's 2 items. Wendy's double medium meal. Let's see.
Dylan said a Wendy's burger is called a Dave's Double.
Oh, okay. All right, thank you. There you go. That works. The cheesesteak egg rolls are his go-to appetizer item.
Great item.
Strong, especially when you get the spicy ketchup on the side.
Sriracha ketchup.
Yes. Oh, fantastic. His snack from the frozen section. Now, Dylan is strong, right? Dylan knows what he's doing. The frozen pork dumplings. Now, I don't know what brand it is, but pork dumplings, yes. The Elios are his frozen dinner.
Delicious.
Fantastic. Still to this day. And his dessert is the Chipwich, another item that was purchased a lot in the pregnant household, the Chipwich.
Love me a Chipwich.
Now, we also messed around with the insomnia cookies a lot, but if we were lazy and didn't want to wait, I just went right to the freezer and bang, Chipwich. They're really good.
They are really good.
And they
best beach item
are
also.
Lethal on the
Probably gonna have
on
one
the
tomorrow.
You should. Happy birthday tomorrow, by the way. Tomorrow?
Yes, tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow.
Appreciate
so happy
it.
early birthday.
Thank
Are
you.
you getting the Cape May Wawa thing?
No. So the plan was Cape May Brewery on Saturday because we have off all day. Might as well enjoy it.
Yes.
Cape May is releasing the new Shore Tea. Is that what it's called? Yes, the Shore Tea from Wawa. That's the release date, so it is going to be. It's always mobbed at Cape May Brewery.
It is.
Regardless, I haven't been in a couple, or probably a year or so, but I know it's always packed on weekends. It is especially going to be packed tomorrow. So if you're in the
100%.
area and you want to try it, go down there. I am old, so I am going to go the less busy day. So we're just going to go tonight instead. They won't have it.
Oh,
but
so you're going tonight?
Yes.
Oh, wait, dude, they're gonna have it. Just hey, can you hook me up?
Yeah.
Connor got some.
I saw it.
Yeah, and didn't offer anybody. any.
Yeah, it's awesome. Good job.
Pretty messed up.
buddy.
I know the
Appreciate it.
Fink found some. They're out there.
The Fink found them before they were released.
Yeah, I know.
That
Well,
dude
the Fink knows.
Yes.
The Fink knows. He's got connections, and he's a smart man. You know, listen, it's good. So happy birthday tomorrow, Tom. And thank you for all the work you've done this week. And I can't wait to continue it next week.
Appreciate that.
Speaking of Connor's go-to. The fast food order, 2 Chick-fil-A number ones with American cheese. He adds bacon.
So you're yelling at me. He's getting 2 number ones.
Can I tell you something?
What's that?
That's what I'm getting tonight.
2 or 1?
One is not enough for me.
So you yelled at me for getting an extra McDouble.
No. I'm not
Well, you're
yelling
getting
at you.
2
I'm just saying,
meals.
like, this is cheat day for me, man. That's like every time you get drunk, you said, or every time you're hungover. Like, whoa.
Yes, correct.
That's incredible.
Well,
and
like
you
a
know
bad
it off the
hangover.
top of your head. I just know Chick-fil-A is delicious. Love it, right?
So good.
One sandwich is never enough, dude.
What I do is get the extra fry because I don't eat the whole. I will eat it, but like I don't want to, and it's more expensive to eat a sandwich. I just throw in an extra large fry, and that usually.
Yeah,
takes
see,
care
I'd
of it.
rather go double sandwich because I'm going for the chicken, not the fries.
That's
Chick-fil-A.
true. There's no hate.
Don't know how my senior year of high school when I worked at Chick-fil-A, I didn't gain weight, and we had free meals at the time. I ate a Chick-fil-A sandwich like 6 days a week when I was a senior in high school.
Did you really?
Yeah, it was great. Happy hour, he goes with the nachos. Now it's a pretty weak answer. Like, what kind of nachos? Like, are you going loaded? Like, whatever. His frozen section snack. Now, this is why I asked Connor specifically before he left today to answer, because Connor lives in the frozen section.
Also, this is his meal every single day. Like that's what it is. That's all this kid eats.
He goes with the honey barbecue chicken bites. Incredible.
Very good.
Are you a Friendly's man?
I am, yes. More for the ice cream.
Okay.
But we'll
Do you know
dabble in
the
food.
honey barbecue chicken melt?
I've had the tenders. I don't think I've had the
All
melt
right, it's
before.
my favorite. It's one of my favorite. It's like a childhood thing. I love it, right? I still get it to this day if I ever stop by a Friendly's, which is actually more frequent than you would think.
Yeah.
Because me and my buddies, that was when we first got our licenses, that was like a
tradition.
Let's meet up at
Yeah.
Friendly's. And so we've kept it going. Like when
That's pretty
everybody's in
cool.
town, we go to a Friendly's and I get that barbecue chicken melt. So the honey barbecue chicken bites or the tenders, like Purdue makes them.
Yes.
I try to recreate the sandwich and it's incredible every time.
Okay.
His frozen section dinner is a family-sized chicken Alfredo dinner and a microwave cheeseburger to dip into the sauce. Now, Connor's a freak.
Wait, cheeseburger into the Alfredo sauce.
Yes. A microwave cheeseburger is the least appetizing sounding thing in my life. I don't think I'd ever do that.
No.
I don't think I would ever do that. Even when I was
No.
making no money whatsoever, I would never do that to myself.
Yeah, I don't. Now, what about the little mini sliders? Like those sometimes you see the White Castle sliders that are in the frozen.
Yeah, I've never had them.
You'd probably have to put them in the oven though. Microwave, yeah, I feel like it would just
Microwave
get all soggy.
cheeseburger sounds
Yeah,
just,
I'm out.
and he eats them frequently.
That kid, you say you're like a bottomless. What's the word you use?
Garbage disposal.
Yes, he is that times 2. I feel like when it comes.
He might just be the dump. Like where everybody just brings their trash.
Just to cut out the middleman.
Yeah.
Go right there.
And then his dessert is a pint of Ben & Jerry's half-baked, which is
Delicious.
a strong item. The bro, his answers. The number one at McDonald's, which of course is the Big Mac. He also
Overrated.
goes with an orange high C. How about that as the drink?
Have not had an orange high C in probably
I
10
have not. Like Dylan, he goes with the cheesesteak egg rolls. He goes with the soup dumplings as the frozen snack from Trader Joe's. So he goes soup dumplings. Dylan goes pork dumplings. So they've been kind of simpatico here. Elio's, which is what Dylan said, right?
Elio's or Elio's?
Elio's.
There you go.
Elio's. Elio's pizza, but he puts hot honey on it, which he brags about it a lot.
I couldn't tell you.
I don't know. And then it is a classic item. He closes out with the ice cream sandwich. It is so good. The ice cream sandwich. I don't ever buy it, but if I see an ice cream sandwich, I will devour it.
Just the regular white
Yeah,
in the
just the
middle of
regular
it.
one.
Yeah, they are delicious.
But I do also like the strawberry chocolate vanilla.
Neapolitans,
Yeah,
is that what it's called?
I'll mess around with that for sure.
They are delicious, especially this when it's 100 degrees outside.
Oh, incredible. Devon checks in. His go-to order from the fast food joint is a BK King from Burger King.
Okay.
He goes honey barbecue wings as a happy hour appetizer.
Now, when you go wings, if you order wings for yourself, do you go different flavor or do you just go like buffalo? Like, I know you probably like all of them.
I do different flavors.
See, I will just I'll try them if other people get them. But if I'm ordering wings, it's just buffalo.
No, I'll try different.
Okay.
I always mess around with the different flavors. I'm a hot and honey guy.
Nice.
You know, you name it. We had Buffalo Wild Wings drop off food the other day. They had the Asian Zing, which was great.
Oh yeah,
delicious. So all that stuff. He goes snack item, the Elio's pizza, pepperoni though, specifically. His dinner, even though this is cheat day conversation, but whatever. He goes healthy choice dinner meal. So it's like a brand healthy choice, and he does like the different stuff. And then he goes the chocolate eclair ice cream bar as the dessert.
Those are good.
Finally, Tyler Zulli.
I'm starving, man.
Yeah, I'm sorry, everybody. It might be everybody's cheat day today. Tyler goes the cheesy gordita crunch and chicken quesadilla from the fast food item. And this is Tyler and Devon, who I don't think have an ounce of body fat on them.
Legit zero.
Which is crazy. He goes wings as the happy hour appetizer, but he goes the Jimmy Dean breakfast sandwich as a snack. Lived off of those for a while.
Very underrated.
Yeah, extremely underrated. The only problem is sometimes the bread that's in there is flaky, and not flaky in a good way. I mean, some days when you finish microwaving it, it's good, and then some days it's hard as a rock.
Yes.
Like
correct.
there's some days where it's like, you know, you want to enjoy breakfast, and then sometimes it doesn't want you to enjoy breakfast. He goes frozen pizza from the dinner from the frozen section, and then a cheesecake at the end.
Just a regular old cheesecake, love me some cheesecake.
I love cheesecake. Well, anything like he could just grab and go. These desserts that are grab and go are always good. You've never had like that typical Reese's pie that's at the grocery store is always delicious.
They have like an Oreo one too,
yeah,
right?
They're always delicious. They're never bad. And Haley checks in. Chick-fil-A sandwich, fast food item. Happy hour. This is the most boring one, and I'm not trying to pick on you, Haley, but I'm just saying, like, I went out with somebody before that got these. The pretzel bites as the
had them last week.
Really? It's so boring.
But it's like easy. They're relatively lighter where you're not filling up with an appetizer.
You're just eating carbs. What do you mean you're not filling up? You're just eating bread.
No. Filling I don't get as full from a couple little pretzel bites than like a plate of wings. Or a huge plate of nachos or something.
I don't like the pretzel bites because I could do that. It's one of those like I can make wings, but you know, I'd rather order wings out than actually make them myself. The pretzel bites,
you're just a hater, dude.
I am. Yeah, you got it right. She goes the pizza bites as the snack.
Classic.
Frozen pad thai. That's something I probably wouldn't get frozen. Like, I think I'd rather eat that like legit, the pad thai. And then finally, she goes the Ben & Jerry's cookie dough ice cream, but it's, she doesn't do vegan. Because she eats vegan, but for some reason, she doesn't do the vegan ice cream. All right. There you go.
Okay.
And Sean checks in. He's glad to see that he's not the only person who gets 2 Chick-fil-A sandwiches. They're not filling enough. They're delicious, but they're not filling enough.
Yeah, they could be.
Like if you get...
Now, will you get like one McDonald's sandwich?
Yeah.
Because like I said, I get 2. Like usually it's not filling enough.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Like if Christy and I ever get the the grab and go fried chicken at the store, right?
Yes.
There's 6 pieces in there. We usually both eat the 3 each. That's like this much chicken.
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A sandwich is like this little guy,
like a hockey
right?
puck.
So you need a little bit more. Steven Tuttle checks in. He goes with the Mickey D's 10-piece. I haven't had Mickey D's nuggets in so long, and I do miss them. They are so good. He also goes double cheeseburger, no pickle. Wings as the appetizer. He says boneless wings don't count. Come on now. Stop. Boneless wings are delicious. Trader Joe's corn dogs. Yes. Phenomenal. Good job, Steven.
I've never had Trader Joe's, but I remember vividly having them as a kid from like Acme or something.
Oh, my mom got them all the time for me. Yeah. Corn dogs are fantastic. Corn dogs, Jackie. Corn dogs. Elio's or DiGiorno's as the pizza for the dinner, and then an ice cream sandwich as the dessert. Great item. Let's go to the phones real quick. Dave on the cell. Dave, you're on the Fanatic.
Andrew.
What's up?
Yeah, so my son is 8, and my daughter is 7, and listen, man, you're gonna be fine. You just gotta roll with the punches. That's
Yeah.
all.
Yeah, I think I'm trying. My only thing is I'm a planner, so I'm trying to plan as much as I can, but I don't know if there is any planning. I don't know if you can.
Man, you just gotta roll with the punches, man. That's your baby. It's little you. So you're gonna be fine, man. You're gonna be fine. Don't worry about that.
Listen, Dave, I hope so, man. I hope I am fine.
I know you're gonna be fine. And Chick-fil-A, I don't listen. Why even go to Chick-fil-A if you don't order 2 sandwiches? Why would you sit in that line and just buy 1 sandwich?
Yeah, you're right. You might as well get the 2. That place is always packed.
Yeah.
They know what they're doing. That place is always packed, man. And they're closed 1 day a week.
I go, yeah. Listen, because that's a good place, man. If they can close up on Sunday, that's a good thing, man.
Hey, they make a lot of money, Dave. I appreciate the call, man. Enjoy the rest of your Friday. Mike checks in. Go to fast food order. Now, here's a question, because Dylan brought this up. Does Five Guys count as a fast food joint?
Yeah.
No drive-through. And it's not ready to order. Or it's not like ready. You have to order, you have to wait. I say yes.
Yeah. Well, because they do actually
cook it.
I
say yes.
I'll count it, yeah.
But Dylan questions it. But he goes, the Five Guys bacon cheeseburger with ketchup. That sounds so good.
Shake Shack, over Five Guys for me.
Okay.
Big Shake Shack.
Shake Shack's delicious.
So good.
Delicious. I love Five Guys, too. It's delicious. He also gets the Cajun fries with it, which is incredible. The happy hour appetizer, the cheesesteak egg rolls, which is getting a ton of love today, and I might have to check that out tonight. The mozzarella sticks from the frozen section, as I mentioned. I don't even know what this is. The Chow de Pepe pasta at Trader Joe's. I'll take your word for it. And he goes, the chocolate water ice, because he spelled it water. Chocolate water ice does not exist in my mind.
Just never was invented.
Now, listen, I'm not Anthony, where it's like you have to eat lemon or that's it. If you're going to get chocolate, you might as well get ice cream. Right? Like chocolate water ice?
It is weird. I would never go out of my way to get a chocolate water ice.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The only time...
I'm sure they're delicious.
The only time I've gotten a chocolate, I think, water ice or vanilla water ice, the Rita's does the mixto, where it's half water ice, half ice cream.
Yes.
So I did chocolate and vanilla because I figured that was the best actual combination. Like, I wasn't going to do, vanilla and blueberry. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I
thought that was the best combo.
Also, Ray Dunn checks in. This show influenced me to get some Chick-fil-A for lunch.
You're welcome, and I'm sorry.
And I think I'm going to do the same now.
You're welcome to everybody, and I'm also sorry because now all of a sudden you're going at it. Your plans have changed for you. My man Matt Chilla checks in. He goes with the this is so good, God. The Crunch Wrap Supreme from Taco Bell. He goes dry rubbed wings with a sauce on the side to dip in as the appetizer. The pizza rolls, yes. He goes, now this is strong. This takes you back to your elementary, middle school, and high school days. The frozen chicken patty.
Don't think I ever...
You never had it at school?
I had it at school.
That's what I'm saying.
But I never got it frozen.
No, neither have I.
Gotcha.
But he's right. I should do that.
When the chicken patty, because,
I love chicken patty day.
Sometimes the school lunches
weren't that great.
If you had last period lunch or something like that, sometimes they were out for a little bit. But if you got a nice, fresh chicken patty on chicken patty day, delicious.
Yeah, fantastic. High school needs to work on their lunch times. I had fourth period lunch, which was the first period for lunch, 2 years in a row. And then the next year was seventh. So, I was used to eating lunch at 10 a.m. And then all of a sudden the following year, I'm eating lunch at 1 o'clock.
The exact same thing happened.
And I'm like, oh my God, I'm so hungry. And I didn't bring snacks to school. It's not like, I come here with a couple of snacks I could pick on it during commercial breaks to get me through the end of the show. I didn't think about that. I wasn't smart in school or now, but I wasn't smart in school to think about that stuff.
Your mom didn't help you out? Put some grapes in a bag for you or something?
In the bag lunch. I saved it all for lunch.
Oh, yeah, gotcha. Had it strictly for lunch.
Yeah, I didn't. I probably should have done that.
That's such a long time because kids get into school at 7 a.m. So
high school's stupid.
They're eating at breakfast at 7 a.m., not eating lunch again until 1.
Dude,
that is what?
Before I had a child and I was living in Manayunk, I slept in later for work than I did high school. And then I did elementary school, middle school.
Yes.
School didn't prepare me for the real world. I have more energy now than I did back then. Because it'd be 12:30. Like I'm in some god awful class that I didn't need, and I'm sitting there. Oh, sorry, detention. Oh, because I fell asleep. Oh, sorry, been up for 7 hours. Damn it,
dude. The first day of college when you have your classes, you're like, wait, I don't have to be in school for 8 hours straight and get up at 7 a.m.
Yeah, it's awesome.
This is awesome. And then you schedule all the daytime or afternoon classes, and you don't have to wake up till 11.
I pulled a strong move. I did all Tuesday, Thursdays. I did sit through the 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., but I had 5 days a week.
Is that a strong move?
Yes. I had 5 days to do nothing. Help me.
Some of those classes.
Help me work here.
There you go.
Help me work here. Help me work at the gym at school. Help me work at the bees. I had 3 jobs at one point at Temple. Help me do all that kind of stuff. I was making dough. Then I got full time. I had to pay benefits. I lost money. Matt ends with a nice IPA for dessert. Anthony is a real men drink their dessert guy. I must not be a real man because I am all. Give me that ice cream, man. Let's go.
Wait, so he doesn't enjoy dessert?
No,
as long as unless it's liquid form.
It's liquid form. Yeah.
How about both?
Nope. So, no. Just liquid form.
Do a beer and ice cream.
Yeah. No. Quentin says sushi is a good cheat meal. I love sushi. I don't count that as a cheat.
No, sushi's not the soy sauce could be salty, but other than that,
I don't count that as a cheat.
No, I think you could have that normally.
I had it on Tuesday.
I was going to say.
I don't
do that when we're eating healthy.
I do not count that as a cheat. I count that as the as a nice healthy meal. Dude, I can't wait. A lot of people checking in the Talenti is a strong move. The cheesesteak egg rolls are getting so much love. I might have to order them specifically tonight. Even if I go to Chick-fil-A for my sandwich, I might go somewhere just to get cheesesteak egg rolls.
Also, my girlfriend checks in, loves the melt from Friendly's.
Oh, the honey barbecue chicken melt? Yeah, man. It's incredible. It's incredible. We'll go on a double date one day. It'll be really nice. High class. We go to Friendly's. And, I'll get you the little ice cream with the ears on top.
Monster Mash, dude?
Yeah. Okay.
I ordered it a month ago. Are you kidding me? Come on. That's don't insult the Monster Mash.
Christy and I, part of our first date was going to a Friendly's. We were not 21, so we couldn't go to a bar or anything.
It's great.
And it was open late, so we went to a Friendly's, and we were the only people there. It was really uncomfortable. It was sad that Friendly's is now closed.
Yeah.
So I drive by that location every once in a while, and it's like, oh man. We also went to a bowling alley, knocked down. Our first date is
bad luck.
Our first date is gone. Devon Givens, Tyler Zulli coming your way next. Make sure you check out Tom and Connor on Sunday, 9 to noon. I'll be back tomorrow, Saturday, 9 to noon, and Tom and I together all next week. Anthony comes back August 1st. Everybody have a great rest of your Friday. Enjoy your weekend. And we'll be back tomorrow right here, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Fanatic Sports Update.
Baseball is back. I'm Tom Alvord, and this update is brought to you by Maine Office of Tourism. Is that a penguin? No, it's a puffin, and you can see them here in Maine in the wild. Visit Maine.com. This message sponsored to you by Maine Office of Tourism. Yes, the Philadelphia Phillies will once again be playing baseball in South Philadelphia as the unofficial second half of the MLB season begins tonight. The Phils will look to extend their 3-game win streak as the 35-57 Chicago Cubs come into town for a 3-game series. Projected starters for the Phillies this series will be Kyle Gibson tonight, Zach Wheeler tomorrow, and a TBD for Game 3 on Sunday. Philadelphia currently finds himself in the 7th and final wildcard spot in the NL, 8.5 games back of the Mets in the NL East. And the Eagles' official Twitter account teased the announcement of a new alternate black helmet this morning. This will be the first season the NFL will allow a team to wear 2 different helmets in